relaxing music. Hello. Okay. Made up music. In the background. A little bit. I like it. I'm worried if it's like not royalty-free music. I'm pretty sure it is because I use it in all my projects. However, you never know. At least it's low enough. I could probably remove it after, I hope. We shall see. We're digging it though. Really digging it. Anyway. Hello. Yeah, I'm just gonna turn off the music. I'm not used to live streaming. I'm not I've streamed before. I haven't like streamed a lot lately. It's something I've been wanting to do. Yes. So if I'm new at this, okay. I wanted to make this stream. I wanted to do this stream. First of all, hello. Hello, and welcome to the Zatzman broadcast. The Zatzcast, if you will. I'm coming to you live from Canada, the great white north, the great north place where we live. Yeah. Anyway, it's a very lovely day outside. It was like 18 degrees. I did not go outside, but I had a good day. I had an all right day. I hope your day is going well. I hope everything's going well with you whenever you are watching this, wherever you are, wherever you are. I hope you are having a lovely day. I wanted to do this for the longest time. I am making this stream on purpose because I'm checking the audio levels. I have wanted to stream. I wanted to make a Patreon for the longest time, for years, in fact. And I just never got around to doing it because of either fear or perfectionism getting in the way of me doing that. And I was sort of planning on doing something like this for a while, either streaming or live streaming, making a Patreon. But I just never got around to doing it because of my silly brain and it's all its projections and fears. And, it's you plan and you plan and you plan, and there's never a perfect time to do anything. So I wanted to do this live to show you that you can overcome whatever mental blocks you may have and that you can get through it and do what you got to do. I am. Ugh. I've been trying to chill out lately. I've been trying CBD oil and microdosing THC, which has been very useful for me, I find, in terms of clarifying my thoughts. I did take one tonight, so I'm hoping it'll calm and smooth the effects. I've been using it mainly to journal and write and reflect. I find it's very beneficial in terms of understanding your thought processes and seeing sort of like the meditation. It's almost like it's meditative in a way where you can film yourself talking and you can learn much about yourself and your beliefs and like how you operate every day. And I've been finding it useful. It's been very relaxing. There's a good afterglow that lasts me for about a week. I feel great. I feel relaxed. I feel productive. I feel less anxious, which is good because I am on medication called prednisone. If you have seen my latest video, I appreciate you for watching and liking and commenting if that's what you did. If you didn't, I will find you. If you didn't, it's okay. I enjoy making my videos. I enjoy editing the style that they do. I enjoy putting them out there. And I just want to make good stuff for people. That's all I really want to do. And I've been putting off making this Patreon or live streaming or putting myself out there because of stupid internal thoughts and bullshit that get in the way of me doing things that I want to do. And even though I am of a millennial age, you can still get to the age I am and still have self-doubt and internal blocks that get in the way of you doing things you want to do. So life is a learning process. You can always learn, you can always do. Um, I'm a work in progress. Everyone's a work in progress. I'm just trying to do the best I can. And I'm hoping that this Patreon, whatever it will be, because I have planned it, I have made some plans. I was actually brainstorming. I had like a brain blast today, and it came out like this in my notebook. and and this is how I jot down ideas. The initial conception for me was to kind of do it off the seat of my pants and just be like blah 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 blah. Here's how I'm making it, but I just had a brain blast today, and I decided to make do the thing and make it rough, and just so I have like some kind of plan or some kind of outline to work off of. Because I didn't want to make it too perfect. I didn't want to make it like I didn't want to make it so like I want it to be a little bit rough, but also to experience the process of me doing this. And hopefully, I won't leak any personal information as much. I'm not trying to do because I do want to leave this stream up later for anyone who watches. I might get into like chilling or some editing later. I have been writing another video for the channel that should be done by the end of the weekend or like early this week. And then I film it, then I edit it for a week or two, and then it comes out. I've been trying to be more productive with making videos, but as you can see with my last video, sometimes things get in the way. I was in the hospital earlier this month, and I made a video about it, about how life gets in the way. It's always a little bit disheartening when your videos do not do as well as you hope, even though you sort of understand that, making a video where you rant about your autoimmune disease for half of it, generally a larger audience may not appeal to them. However, I still put effort into what I do, and I enjoy what I do, and people still enjoy that. So I'm hoping if you watched that and you enjoyed that, great. I love you. And I'm going to check the chat for like 2 seconds and then get into it. Careless Dead, always admire people with pages full of notes. Yeah. This is basically just like rough. I just had a brain blast, and I've been trying to deal with my perfectionism lately of just, I'd always like hold on to ideas. I'd always keep them close to the chest and be like, oh, this is going to be the perfect time to really express my perfect thought into the world. And like it never comes, it always fades. I'll write a note and then it'll just fade away, and I'll never like act on it. And lately, for the past month, since getting out of the hospital, but a little bit before that, I've been trying to be more proactive in being less perfect and trying to express myself more in different ways. I started a TikTok where I just post shit posts and whatever kind of thoughts come to my head. I've been recording myself through a camera. Whenever spontaneity arises, I don't always post what I record. It's mainly beneficial for myself to hear myself talk in front of a camera. So I learn how to enunciate words better. I know how to express more clearly. I know how I talk basically. And it's almost like you're lecturing not that you're lecturing yourself, but almost as if you are having a conversation with yourself. It's very similar to, if you've ever seen the end of season 2 of Severance, spoiler alert, but the basic premise of the show is that Adam Scott, the main character, has an alter ego. And at the end of season 2, skip a little bit ahead because I'm about to spoil a little bit, but not really. He has a conversation with his alter ego by means of recording himself in a camera and watching himself after he recorded himself. And it's almost like he's having a dialogue with himself, which is a really cool scene. But I started applying that to my own life. I started just recording myself, listening to myself talk, and it's almost like I'm having a conversation with myself. And you learn a lot. You learn a lot about how your brain works, how your mind works, all your thought processes, and it's very, very, very beneficial. Studio Cute Pret. Yeah, man, I just lost be a modest failure like me. It's fine. Once you do, you can just mention in your videos. Like, yeah, like I'm not. I just want to do it for the sake of doing it, right? I don't view it in terms of success and failure. For me, success is actually doing it and like getting it out of the way, because I have just been putting this off for the longest time. I'm doing it right now by doing a long preamble, but I'm kind of getting in the zone of talking and doing this. Basically, there's no perfect time to do it. What was I saying? There's no perfect time to do it. I've been putting it off for random stuff, and I realized that there is no perfect time to do it. So it's just, I thought, oh, I got back to the thought. Getting this out of the way kind of clears my brain space to do other things, as in writing the next video, as in working on other stuff, because it's just this thing that's been looming over me for the longest time. I'm like, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this, but I never get around to doing it. So being able to do this now, it clears up my mental space. It's similar to making my previous video where I'm like, I have to get this out of me. It's like it's the artist's mindset where you just want to get shit out of you and like into the world. And the more you hold on to it, you have to let go of it and you have to move on. And that clears up your brain space to do even more things and create even more. Love the vids, even when the subject you're dealing with is personal life issues. Obviously, they might not be algorithmic bangers, but do them and the more popular subjects when you can. Yes, the next video is going to be more along the older side. Like it's going to be similar to like the one I did about what was the one I did? The one I did before about like YouTube tutorials, but it's not about YouTube tutorials. It's about like a general concept that deals with like online culture and things of that nature. So I feel like that one's going to be a more of a broader algorithmic appeal because I talk about TikToks and stuff and social media and all that good jazz. So yeah, I'm also wearing my One Piece shirt because I love One Piece. I haven't checked the latest chapter yet. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if they're on hiatus this week, but we shall see. I also took an edible prior to taking it. I do 2 milligrams THC, 2 milligrams CBD, 2 milligrams CGB. I find these little gummies, as I said earlier, are very good at sort of like calming me and making me have more clear thoughts and a little bit silly at the same time. I feel like I always say I could go to a party and be sociable because I'm looking for that kind of that social buzz of being around people and being less stifled and in my head. And since I can't really drink alcohol that much anymore, I look for different ways. And I find like this is beneficial because I used to smoke the marijuanas. However, I stopped because it just made me very paranoid and anxious. And I'm already paranoid and anxious enough as it is. So I stopped. Anyway, I think it is time to begin making the Patreon. I will change the scene. There we go. Babies. Babies, okay. The first thing you have to do when you're making a Patreon is you have to go to www.patreon.com. You can see all my history of how to create a border in Photoshop. Google helps with everything. Patreon.com. Go here. Go home.patreon.com. This is how you do it. You go to Patreon. And as you can see, I've never really been on the site. Actually, I have been on the site. I did a brief browse of all my favorite creators just to see, sort of like get a sense of what they do and what they provide in terms of a Patreon. And a lot of it just ends up making you overthink and get in your head because I'm gonna make it now, but I could always improve on it later. I could always make it better later. So let's see. If I go down here, I go to Creator Hub. Launch, grow your business, connect, log in. I'm already logged in. How do I make a the first hurdle is figuring out how to launch a Patreon. Launch. Get started on Patreon. Everything you need to know. Blah 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 blah. Okay. Okay. I just wanna Discord. I don't need to join the Discord. I just subscribe to the Creator Hub. I'm pretty sure if I just go to Creator Hub, I'm pretty sure I went to Creator Hub before. Creator Hub. PatreonCreatorHub.com. Oh, it is the same website. It is the same website. Oh man. Okay. Launch, connect, grow, login. I'm already logged in. Connect. Launch. I want to launch. I'm having failure to launch. Why business, corporate stuff, how to da da da, how to da da da, how to blah blah blah, how the ultimate guide to a successful Patreon launch. That would defeat the purpose of what I'm doing here. So let's read more. Launching your Patreon is a giant milestone. Blah 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 blah. Pick a launch day. This is the launch day. Get people excited. I'm doing a live stream. Offer a glimpse. Get people pumped. You can try things like offering a glimpse of exclusive content. Oh, I will be doing that. Sharing a first look at graphics related to the launch announcement. Okay. What to do on launch day? Craft your message. Announce your Patreon itself. Be clear and direct. You could say something like, here's the specific thing that's live today. Here's the specific thing that's live today. List what you'll offer. Oh, I'm going to do that. Tell the story behind why you're starting this project. This can be just a few words or a full-on essay. You know your fans and channels what they like the best. Exclamation point. I do. That's why I wrote all this shit down. That's why I wrote it all down so I can friggin' do it. Include a call to action. Use straightforward CTA like join or subscribe. I do use the word join. So click. Include a call. Okay, include a call to action. Create a happy sense of urgency. Mention a members only event that you're excited about and let your fans know you have to sign up by a particular time to. Okay. Share a teaser of exclusive content available through your membership and tell fans how they can get access to the rest by joining the Patreon. Include the link where folks can become members, of course. Yeah, make it easy to find them. Da 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 da. Okay. Make your announcement a big deal. I'm doing this. All right. All about membership. An introduction to authentic marketing on this giant corporate page. Okay. You're launch 10 things to do to get ready. Okay. You're in good company. I just want to. How do I get to the page? Okay, sign up. Subscribe to the Creator Hub. Okay, I want to launch. I want to make it. I'm having failure to launch. Okay, I don't launch. Just go launch. Log in. All right, I'm here. I'm on the page. Member. Oh, create. It's right there. It's literally in the corner. I know you can't see it right now. I'm actually gonna move it, but literally right friggin' here. Create on Patreon. You click on your name, and it goes create on Patreon. I'm gonna check the chat briefly just to see what they're doing. What do you think about One Piece? I dropped it some time ago. Are the recent chapters any good? Or yes, they are good. I don't want to spoil where they are right now, but like the arc that they're on in the anime is really good, and then they get to another arc, and the arc's been like pretty good too. It's been pretty solid. So yes, I will make this full screen, and then I will create on Patreon. Let's go. Let's name your page. You can get creative or start with your name. Don't worry, you can always change this later. I will change my name. My page isn't suitable for people under 18. Yes, it is. The Staz Man. The Zats Man. That is who I am. Continue. Let's name your page. The Zats Man. That's what it is. Patreon.com/the Zatsman. Okay, yes. Excellent. The link is being created. Now I will continue. Help your fans find you faster. YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Twitch. Okay. I have all my apps on my phone. I don't know if I can connect all of them right now. I'm pretty sure I can just connect YouTube. If I go to YouTube, my account, my email, it's fine. My email is already public anyways, so it's not really that. Maybe my name. My real name is David. So if you see my name and the name is David, my real name is the. My real name is the. I made all these other accounts. Choose your account or a brand account. Okay, this is my account. Patreon will able to view your YouTube account. Okay, good. Make sure I trust Patreon. I trust them. Okay, let's see if I can connect Instagram. I gotta log into Instagram. I don't know if I can log into Instagram. I have the 2-factor authentication, and I'll log into Instagram later. Twitch, I can connect Twitch. I can maybe connect the. I'll just do YouTube now. I'll do YouTube and I'll connect the rest later. I have an Instagram, I have a Twitter, I have a Facebook, but not for YouTube. I have a Twitch and I have a TikTok. I'm also streaming to Twitch right now. So hello Twitch viewers, if you are watching on Twitch. I know there was one or two or a couple, hopefully maybe a couple. Anyway, continue. Okay, continue. I can edit this later. Just now. Ooh, let's see what this is. Your Patreon is ready. Here's how to make it yours. Adding some details helps visitors learn about you and plan to share. Add a profile photo. I think that's important. Okay, let's do this. I have it in my downloads. I have what my face looks like. Zat's profile. Here we go. It's me. Wow. Okay. Add a headline. Okay, so this is the headline where like people say stuff. So I think I'm just gonna use what my YouTube description is, which is like, is it like making millennial? It's like making. Okay, it's just millennial hope core. Millennial hope core. What was the zillennial editing video essay? Essay or essay? Video essay commentary. Good vibes. Commentary. Good vibes. Good. Okay. Video essay. Good. Okay, it's just video essay. Good vibes. It's fine. I can always change it. Good vibes. Video essay. Good vibes. Awesome. Patreon.com. Add socials. Oh yeah, I can do this later. Let's see. Your Patreon is ready. Here's how you can make it yours. Adding some details. Add your profile. Okay, describe your page. Let people know who you are and what you'll be using your Patreon for. Tips for writing in the description. Oh wow. Updated 2 years ago. The About section in your Patreon page is one of the most I've been. Here's a formula. Introduce yourself. Value exchange. Keep things evergreen. Unless you. Okay, I'm pretty sure I already did this when I wrote it, when I planned it out. So, don't use needy language. Your Patreons get a lot of awesome stuff, so avoid using like words like support or help, or donate. Okay, so avoid support. Do I write support? I wrote your support means the world to me. I wanted to be honest. And it's telling me not to use like that's needy. I'm like I'm appreciative. Don't write a novel. We get it. You have a lot to say. Communicating your vision and excitement about your projects can take up a lot, but it's important to keep your description short and sweet. You only have a small window of time before somebody decides whether or not to become your patron, your Zatstrion. So save the novel. It's so condescending. Save your freaking novel for later. Like, shut up and just pitch yourself. Okay. What you're actually creating on Patreon and keep your description as succinct as possible. Okay, I will try to keep it succinct. Don't link to other sites. Okay, so don't use needy. Help or donate. Okay, so I did write support because your support means the world to me, and I mean that authentically. And the stupid Patreon thing is telling me not to do that. So I'll see. I will. Da 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 da. Introduce yourself. Value exchange. What do your fans get out of being your patron? Your patron. They love to know why. I feel like this is just a fucking waste of time. Describe your page. Okay. An intro video. I did not make an intro video. I'm just making text. Not everybody does an intro video. Add a short bio to let people know who you are, what you create, and why you're on Patreon. Okay, hello. I'm like, I am the Zats Man. I am the Zats Man. I am the Zats Man. Exclamation mark. I am the Zats Man. Oh, here's what I wrote. I make online videos. I make online videos. I'm just gonna write out what I wrote and then edit it. Like, I might take the tips of the freaking Patreon thing and incorporate them into that, but we shall see. I make online videos about. I'm following the arrow down about Online. I might summarize. Okay, I'm gonna summarize this, but it's like online culture, pop culture, media, society, society, and uh, and all the ways, all the ways, all the ways we we experience our shared. We experience. I will turn on the brightness. Experience our shared humanity. I want to like do like human experience or something. Eh. I make online videos about online culture, pop culture, media, society, and all the ways we experience our shared humanity. I think that's pretty it. Using using a philosophical and existential framework. Essential. I'm gonna add this later. The framework. Dog is barking in the background, but I do not care. Focusing on hope. Focusing on. I wrote a lot. I'm beginning to see that the Patreon people might be onto something. Oh, so needy. Maybe reflections on. Ooh, reflections. Oh, I like that. The way, and all the reflections, and all the ways we, and maybe reflections on the human experience, and all the, and reflections on the human experience. Oh, I like that actually. Thank you. Reflections on the human experience. I like that. I like that. Thank you so much. See, this is why I want to do the Patreon so I can get feedback from people in terms of like videos they want to see me make, because I'm an open book. I find I get the best ideas when people sort of tell me like, hey, kind of like do this. This is why like I edit for other people, because they can just tell me sort of what to do and what they expect from me and what they would like to see, rather than me having to generate all the ideas all the time, which is fine. I'm an infinite well of ideas. I realize that. However, if somebody wants to see me make a video about XYZ, I would like, if I think that's interesting, I would like to make that. I would like to provide the entertainment and provide the value. Using a philosophical. Okay, I'm gonna write this out. I might cut this. Existential framework, focusing on positivity, solvidity, positivity, positivity. Uh, I wrote like practical advice, common sense, critical thinking, believing in yourself, love. I wrote love, and hopefully good jokes. I feel like the philosophical and will like I think that covers the critical framework part. So to focusing on positivity, um, good vibes, and hopefully good jokes. Good vibes and hopefully good jokes. Good jokes. Yeah. Okay. Okay, this is the part where it gets kind of needy, but like not really. It's like I wrote like your support lets me XYZ, and your support gets you all this shit, all the stuff that I'm gonna offer in the Patreon, which is going to be access to behind the scenes of writing, the filming, the scripting, the conception, the editing. A lot of people have been clamoring in terms of what they want is they want like editing tutorials and how I edit my videos and how I approach editing. So this is gonna be on the Patreon. I really don't like paywalling things, but a little incentive can help me create more. Um, Bloopers and other brain droppings. So I will do that. So maybe a Discord. Maybe I sort of use Discord. I'm only in like one Discord server. So and I use it to chat with family and friends basically. But like I haven't started my own Discord server. So maybe a Discord. If you guys want a Discord, uh I can do that. Um sure. Hi. Oh, hi Aaron. uh Thesis, antithesis, synthesis. I appreciate your support. Support Suniti. I appreciate you, but I don't need you. I've never needed you. That's funny. I appreciate you, but I don't need you. I don't need you at all. Oh my god. No, that David wears a jacket. See, it's nice and cozy when it's just like there are only a couple people here. I will put this down. I don't like looking at viewer chat numbers because it just analytics gets in the way of everything. It makes you feel bad, especially. I realize that I am a smaller creator, so when you look at numbers, you appreciate everyone who's here, everyone who's joining in on the stream, who's watching afterwards, drinking my tea. So I make all I'm da da da. Hopefully, good joke. Okay, so um, this is I appreciate your support. Support is Suniti. I appreciate you, but I don't need you. But I don't need you. That's very funny. Okay, so I'm just gonna write this out and I'm gonna edit it because if I just keep on looking at it, I'm never gonna get it out. Your support lets okay, I might like change the order like your support lets me your support I might change like your sport gets you. Like this is the general concept I'm working with. So your sport lets me I might change this wording, but lets me uh have the freedom. Have the freedom. Freedom Mark Gibson to make unique and interesting videos. My back is sweaty, but it does not matter. um, the likes of which, the likes of which humankind has never known. Has never known. Ah, there we go. That's beautiful. Um, writing, researching. I feel like it shouldn't be like that long. I feel like a few short paragraph, a few short sentences are fine. Freedom to buy banana, yes. If you can actually see in the background, I'm pretty sure we go like the main. Wait, hold on. There they are. There are the bananas. They're right there. Artistic bananas. So you got the freedom to buy bananas. Hello, Moni S. I see you waving in chat. No, that's my stream starting. uh this more lets me have the freedom to create unique and interesting videos, the likes of which humankind has never known. Right? Researching, filming, and especially editing. um Takes time. Time. And I'm doing this all on my own. Time. And I am a one man show. And I am a one man show, baby. And I am a one man show, baby. There we go. I made it funny. Where's the line goes? Then there's like challenging it like challenging, which is why I like it is challenging to do things on your own, which is why I like making thoughtful shit. Okay? I love doing it. It is challenging. So like I wrote something. I might take this out as like It is challenging. I might cut this. This is the editing part of my brain going. I might cut this, but you know, you got to get it out there. It is challenging. Ugh, come on. It is challenging to do things on. Okay, I might cut this on your own. Okay, so I'm probably. I'm good. I'm just gonna cut this line. I am a one man show, baby. Okay, so it's challenging to. I think I just wrote like I was trying to connect an idea between like it is challenging and like money is a good incentive because I want to like say that you know financial support is a good incentive. Money good. I just wrote down like something like financial incentive good, money good, but I'm pretty sure people already know that. I just want to express like money is a good incentive for me to create more. I think I was trying to connect the idea between like it is challenging to do things on your own, which is why money is a good incentive. The idea of like it is challenging some concept. So like it's like a concept of like the concept I'm working with is like it is challenging to do things by yourself. Money good incentive. Concept is challenging to do things by yourself. Money good incentive. All right. Okay. All right. I might cut that. Okay, so your sport gets you. Do you Gets you. Gets you access to behind the scenes. Access to behind the scenes. I wrote. I wrote specifically just on the other one. I wrote like writing, filming, scripting, editing, but I wrote. I don't know if you see that. It says no nudes. This is not that kind of Patreon. It's not intended for those. It is my brand. Banana is my brand. Banana is my brand. I was thinking of like doing the theme to be bananas. But I'm making the theme Mentos. You will see later. That you access video suggestions to behind the scenes of writing, filming, scripting, which is also writing, editing, editing to behind the scenes gets you access to behind the scenes, early access to access, gets you early access to videos, gets you early access to videos, access to behind the scenes of the writing, filming, and editing. Editing. Where is the editing? Basically, how I edit. Editing. Bloopers. Bloopers. And other brain drop-ins. Also a Patreon. No, also a Discord. Also Discord. Maybe. Also Discord, maybe. Also Discord, maybe. Um. So, your sport means the world to me. Da da da. So, this is the thoughtful part where I'm like, your support means I'm writing this out, and I might edit it just because like I'm getting it off the page and into the screen. Your support means the world to me. Do do do. And I will try to reciprocate the love by being a silly online content man for your entertainment. And I will try to reciprocate the love. The love. by being a silly content man, by being a silly online content man for your entertainment. Do. And also to make you feel good about yourself. And also to make you feel good about yourself. Hey, edit that too. So if you are able to become a, but also money good. So fresh goes better. Fresh goes better. Also Discord maybe. You change that. Money good incentive. Or something about like. So if you are able to become a Zatreon and join the kingdom of Zats Mania, that would be appreciated. um I should be crossing some of this out. Yeah. Challenging, money's good, money's Oh, if you're able to become a Zatreon, join. That is great. That is great. Just be direct. That is great. For me. That is great for me. Oh, people popping off in the chat. Okay, let's see. Daily positive affirmations. Oh, Freshco. Freshco affirmation. Yes, I have to go grocery shopping tomorrow. Chicken's on sale at Metro. I gotta get some chicken. I got some tilapia earlier this week. It was really good. I cooked some tilapia for dinner. It was really good. So if you're able to become a Zatreon, okay. Your sport means the world to me. Your sport lets me have the freedom. Your patronage. How about you're able to? And I wish I could make this box bigger. Oh wait, can I? Yes, now I can see. I can see it all. I can see it all. This is important when you're editing, so you can see the whole frame, everything. I am the Zasman. I make online videos about online culture, pop culture. I make online videos about online culture, about internet culture. There we go. Don't be so repetitive. About internet culture. Popular culture. Pop culture is fine. Media, society, and reflections on the human experience. Using a philosophical and existential framework focusing on positivity, good vibes, and hopefully good jokes. Your support lets me. Your patronage. I mean, hold on. Let's go here. What's up? If you are able to become a Zatreon and join the kingdom of Zatsmania, that is great. How many times can you use the word online in a single sentence? A lot. Very. I'm actually not that terminally online anymore. My protocol, my online protocol has been using cold turkey and screen zen on the phone. Basically, I use cold turkey kind of like block the internet all day and screen zen to kind of limit my apps. My apps are also hidden in the hidden folder. So screen zen has a neat feature where you can you can like make a buffer to disable the settings. So like you have to wait a minute to disable settings. So if you want to like unlock an app, you have to wait time, and it's very good, especially on a phone where you can like swipe and do stuff instantaneously. Um, I haven't really felt the draw of social media. I've been posting more. I've been posting more on a TikTok, but I literally go on the app, I post the video, I edit it, and then I put it on the profile, and then I just log out of the app. I don't even scroll. It's so good. I don't consume content that much. I do watch some YouTube videos of like my colleagues and people I enjoy, but I'm not really big into consuming content. I want to make more of it. So this is what I'm making the Patreon. You're able to become a Zastrion joiner. That is great. Your support lets me have the freedom to make unique and interesting videos. The likes of which humankind has never known. Takes time, and I'm a one-man show, baby. I think I probably like people know. I'm pretty sure people know that your patronage, your Zastrionage, your Zastrionage, your Zastrionage, your Zastrionage. Let's be like. Now I'm cooking. There we go. Now I'm freaking cooking. Let's go. Your Zastrionage. Let's me. I've been saying the only videos I see on YouTube are my subscription. Yes, I've locked. There's also like additional apps you can install in your browser or your add-ons that let you specifically just go to your subscription page. That's all I do. I never go on YouTube on my phone. I have the YouTube Studio on my phone, but it's like a 1 minute timer, and I don't really check it that often, anyways. So yeah. Your Zastrionage. Your Zastrionage gets you early access to videos, access to behind the scenes of the writing and filming, how I edit, videos, how I edit. Because that's a big draw. People want to know how I edit. Bloopers and other droppings. Not those kind of droppings. Brain droppings. There might be a Discord. A Discord. A Discord. A Discord is coming. If there is demand. There is demand. Oh, your support means the world to me. I will try to reciprocate the love by being a silly online content man for your entertainment. It also doesn't make you feel good about yourself. Da-da-da-da-do. Maybe just continue with yours. Hey, Z-Dog. Never interact on YouTube. Your vids are super high quality and function and form. Oh, thank you so much, Andrew. I appreciate that. I would never know that if you never commented. So, I appreciate the psychic energy connection that we have and your appreciation. As long as you watch the videos and you enjoy them, I'm happy. But I would never know. So, if you would like to comment, and I appreciate your comment now, but yes, thank you. That's all I need to say. Thank you for that comment. I appreciate you, Andrew. Thank you so much. I hope you have a lovely evening. I hope you have a lovely tomorrow. Lovely rest of your week. After that, no. Your Zastrionage. I'm just gonna use Zastrionage. I feel like that's less needy. There you go, Patreon. There you go. Less needy, alright? Your Zastrionage means the world to me. And I will try to reciprocate the love by being a silly online content man for your entertainment, also to make you feel good about yourself. And I think I wrote have a good day. I think I just wrote I hope you have a good day. I hope you have a lovely day. You have I'm like a lovely day. A lovely day. That's Nope, I don't need that. That's man. Okay, there we go. There's no intro video. Okay, I am the Zatsman. I make online videos about internet culture, popular culture, media, society, and reflections on the human experience. Using a philosophical and existential framework, focusing on positivity, good vibes, and hopefully good jokes. If you are able to become a Zastrion and join the kingdom of Zatsmania, that is great. You are awesome. You are awesome. Eh, people already know they're awesome if you're joining the Patreon. You already know. You already know. Your Zastrian is lets me have the freedom to make unique and interesting videos, the likes of which humankind has never known. Writing, researching, filming, and especially editing takes me time, and I am a one-man show, baby. Your Zastrian News gets you early access to videos, access to behind the scenes of the writing, filming, uh, how I edit, bloopers, and other brain droppings. A Discord is coming if there is demand. Your Zastrian News, how I edit. Video suggestions. Although I may make that public too. Video suggestions and other brain droppings. Your Zastrian News means the world to me. And I will try to reciprocate the love by being a silly online content man for your entertainment and also make it feel. I feel like that's concise. I feel like that's gets to the heart of what I'm going for. Always change it later. Save. There we go. Make your first public post. Okay, start a paid membership. Still digital project. Okay. Make your first public post. Okay. Want to leave? I don't want to leave. Stay on the page. Text. Why is it taking me? I have to do this now? I have to do this now. Okay. Publish your page. Get started on start a paid membership. Sell digital products. Wait a second. Get started. Hold on. Let me just see what the rest of this page is. Okay. Collections. Membership. Membership. Get started. Build your paid membership. This is what I want to do. Okay. Leave the page. All right. Is it saved? Choose what to offer. It is best to start with a few competing benefits to feel good. What benefits should I offer? Bonus content like extended cuts. Behind the scenes content, member only voting for quick engagement and feedback. Save this. I will pin this on my screen. Next, tiers and pricing. How many tiers? It's single tier and add more as your Patreon grows. If you feel confident about with what you can deliver, start with multiple tiers. I know what I want to deliver. If you are going with a single tier, $5 is a good starting point. You can also add. I'm gonna start with 3. That's what I'm gonna do. Tier name. Add tier. This is $3. Monthly price $3. Tier name. So I'm going with the concept. I'm going with for the tiers is based on the Mentos theme song. That's like at the end of the videos, which is this. This is what I'm basing it on. The theme song, and this is where in the credits. The credits is where all of the Patreons will go. The idea that I have for this is that there's going to be Patreon credits in the credits, and the higher tiers will be able to, in addition to all the other benefits, be able to like submit like a custom sprite or a PNG that I put there with their name on it. So like it'll be like me on the screen. It's kind of like the whole idea behind the Mentos is to make it like a sort of like a cheesy sitcom outro ending anyways. So what I'm doing is I'm planning to like sort of like how I use these guys. These guys are just like PNGs that I had from like earlier projects. So the idea is to like have a it won't be as small, but like kind of like to put someone there and like have your name there. So like you have like your own specific framing of a credit, because I can always just like extend this outwards. In the first video I ever made, in the dopamine video, I just played the thing on loop, so I can just play the credits on loop forever. So if I get infinite patrons, if I get infinite Zastrions, I'll just like loop, and everyone in a certain tier will just like have their own slide in the credits. And I think that's pretty funny. So, that's one of the incentives. So I think at the lowest tier, at the base level tier, I think it's just going to be the basic stuff. Then when you get to 5, 10, and I wanted to make an absurd tier just for the sake of it because it's funny. The tiers I'm going with, I don't want to spoil them. Ooh, you gotta watch to see what they are. But anyway, that's the concept. That is the idea. I need to get my browser back. Okay. Custom tier, tier name. Does the fresh go better in life? So the first one is staying fresh. Learn more about tier prices here. Oh my god, another thing. You can raise your tier price by up to $20. Oh, wow. It's okay. I can always change it later. I just wanted to do 3, 5, 10, and then the secret higher, super high tier if you're crazy. Um, that's the benefits and exclusive content people can get when they join. Um, access to the Patreon, access to Patreon. What else did I write? Behind the scenes, behind. Oh yeah, name in Mentos credits. Name in Mentos credit. My undying love. My undying love. I'll put that last. I'll put my last. Uh, do. Early access to videos. Videos. Um, it'd be like rough cuts. I could throw in a rough cut. Um, access to behind scenes of writing, filming, editing, bloopers, brain droppings, and other brain droppings. What do you get? You get love. I think I want to put love in there. And other brain droppings. Yeah. Discord. If there is a Discord. If there is a demand. If there is demand. There is demand. $69? Maybe. Ooh, that nice. Nice. Love. I will make love. Love. I will just put like that. I don't love. I feel like it's too much. Access to Patreon. I had a cover image. Okay, here. Okay, I need to find the Mentos. Okay, hold on. I need to find incognito. I need to find Mentos. Uh, Mentos. This is what I'm doing. Images. Maybe I get like different color Mentos. The red ones. Do like. I just want to say Albert. Oh, that'd be great if I could like Photoshop this out and just be like the tier there. Oh, that'd be so good. I might change. Oh, I'm writing that down. I might do that later. Actually, I'm gonna save that for later. Save it for later. Save it for later. Save PNG. Save web PNG as PNG. This is an add-on, by the way. It's like a save the WebMP because sometimes like the images on websites will be in weird WebMP formats. So unless you like want to like screenshot it or do whatever, you can always download an extension to right-click and then save WebMP as. It's how I strictly download a lot of my stuff into uh into um when I'm editing projects. It's like I download it and that's what I do. So I will take this guy. I will say Mentos fruits. Let's go there. I'll get different Mentos, and then I'll do that, then that, and then it's like for the $10 tier, I know what picture I want to use. For the upper tier, I know what picture I want to use, so I might just use like this one, and I might use like those gum. No, Mentos mint. Let's just do this guy. Save. Yeah, say WebMPS. Okay, let's go. You can get it Food Basics. It's $99 Canadian for a thing of Mentos. Like 2 cents American. Wait, that's done. Add a cover image. Where's my thing? Looking at the other screen where it is. I'm gonna go with this one. Size. Let's see if this works. Let's see if this works. Downloads. No, I gotta go to save WebMP. No, that's Coachella. See if this works. See if this works. It looks kind of plain. What if I turn that into a, what if I remove the background? Remove the background. On Mac, you can right click and remove the background, and you can remove it, and it's very easy. Let's go here. Let's see if that does anything. There we go. I gotta change that later. Here benefits. I just wrote. Didn't I just write this all down? Oh my god. Okay. General support. Okay. Yeah. Add the benefit. Yeah. General support. Add the benefit. Show the browser recommended benefits. Custom benefit. Early access. It would be exclusive content. Live chat Q&A. Oh, I might do like Q&As and live streams. I can always add this later. I'm just like do what you have now. Private community promo code. I feel like I have to repeat what I put there. Custom benefits, ad-free content. I'm gonna add the benefit, ad-free content. Yes, of course, because I'm probably gonna upload it both. What's the difference between ad-free content and ad-free episode, ad-free videos, ad-free content, ad-free videos? It's all the same. It's content encapsulates all of them. I don't. Okay, bonus content, commissions. I do not do commissions. Behind the scenes content, early ticket access, digital downloads, no commissions, no early access. I already did that. Exclusive content. I don't know if that okay, I'll just do these three for now. Allow them a free trial. Ask members for shipping address and the limit the number of members who can join this tier. No, I don't want to limit that. Going to benefit. Configure HST. There's like all this like. I know. I think. Somebody was talking to, I'm pretty sure my sisters were talking to me about like the value sales tax and all this. I don't know what any of this means. I probably should have looked it up, but ask members for shipping address and the checkout. Do I need to do that? Do I need to do that? Is this no, oh wait, I don't want to do that. Okay, I'll leave it blank for now. Save it. I'll look into it later. I just need to move on. I just need to make it. I just need to make it. I just need to get through this. This is how it's easy to like get caught up in shit. It's easy to just like overthink it and just do stuff. Add tier. Yeah. Okay. I need to stain. Cool. This is the $5 tier. Everything in the previous tier. Everything in the previous tier. But actually I should lead it with a custom image, how do I phrase this? A custom image, a custom image in the credit slides. Slides, send me Send me a PNG or sprite, a PNG of a of character, and I will put your name on it. I will put your name on it. Name on it. Custom image in the credit slides. You get your own slide. You get your own slide. You get your own slide. Everything in the previous year. Okay. Add a cover image. Let's go. I need to remove the background of the other Mentos. Mentos fruit. Quick actions. Remove background. Go. Mentos. I might change this later. Add to your benefits. It's the same. Add. 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 Is there a way I can make this like different? Get inspired by our library. Custom benefit. Oh yeah, this is a custom benefit. A custom PNG in credits. What would it be like? Other bonus content? Other bonus content? General support? Other. That's a subcategory. Promotion, discount, member recognition. Yeah, I think. Yeah, okay. That's describes it perfectly. Previous year, everything previous year. Mentos. Save it. Okie dokie. Why is this not updated with my username? Nope. Oh my god, did it? Okay, good. That's all. I thought for a second there I was freaking out. I'm just like, did it delete everything? I'm like, oh no. Can't stay for that long, but I want to send love. Good luck with that. Thank you, Nightwing. I appreciate you. Are we at the overthinking stage yet, chat? No, I'm not. I'm trying not to overthink this. This was earlier. It's off the page. It's in the thing. I was just freaking out because it's just like T right now in the thing, and I know it changed it. So staying fresh, staying cool. So now I am in. This is what I'm gonna call this tier. This tier is called the Fresh Maker. I love it. This is 10. Yeah. Everything in the previous year. Everything in the previous year. Here's an even bigger custom PNG with your name. Your name in the credits. Okay. Now I'm gonna go back to DaVinci, and I need to get this guy. That is the image. I need to get this guy just without Ludwig. I just need to get the. I need to find the actual thing. Hold on. Wait, I should have it. I should have it. Oh wait, but I filmed over it. Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna export this guy. Fresh maker. I'll just leave it like that. I'll leave it like that. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Everything is fine. Stop. Do fresh maker. I kind of just want just the fresh maker though. I kind of just want his face. I just want to like cut it out. Photoshop. Photoshop. It's probably just easier to crop it. Fucking. It's probably just easier to crop it in like just open the thing, but whatever. Photoshop. Photoshop. I'm going into Photoshop. Fresh maker. Fresh maker. I need to crop this now. Fresh maker. Fresh. Come on. Don't do this to me. What are you doing? What are you doing? Crap. Ludwig out. It's kind of awkward. Yeah. Maybe I can like move the fresh maker over. I think I can just like. Here's what I'm gonna do. Here's what I'm going to do. This is how I know how to do it. I'm going to go like this. I'm going to crop this. Move this guy over. Move it next to this guy. Perfect. I'm going to do this. Go like this. And do this. Open it in a PNG. I'm gonna go. This guy goes down here. I'm gonna go Command K, which crop it. I didn't crop it yet. This Command K. Save that. That. Go back. Photoshop. Crop it. Who cares? Don't save. I don't care. Don't save. Bye bye. Okay, and then we go back here. Then we go back into that Patreon. And then I go back here. And then I exit that. And then I add the cover image. And then I go. There we go. I love this guy. I love this guy. Yes, I'm losing my mind. Yes, that's gonna be the last tier. Add the benefits. Add. Add. There's either this or like banana themes. Or like I was thinking like in terms of the banana economy, in terms of Donkey Kong, but I haven't really mentioned Donkey Kong in my videos lately. So I should do that for my next video. Just and I was talking about even bigger, even bigger. Custom BNG. Save the benefit. Okay. Here we go. Save that. Okay. That could be perfect. And add it here. This is the your name is I'm losing my mind. Oh, what should this number be? What should this number be? Geo Nebula. What should this number be? It could be whatever. Custom benefits, undying love. I'm gonna put that back in. I'm gonna put that back in. I'm gonna go back. Undying love for all of them because any amount of support is necessary. Much love. So we recommend pressing. Oh, so $3 or higher. Oh baby. I would rather like 35 or 50. I'm gonna leave that at 50, just in case. Just in case. If you want me to go higher, I'll go higher. I'm pretty sure Patreon lets you do like custom stuff, anyways. Everything in the previous tiers. Your custom PNG will engulf the screen. Will engulf the screen as Ludwig screams, accompanied by a Hans Zimmer style bomb. Everything. My undying love. Undying love. There we go. I said that. Get back to Ludwig, baby. Now this silly joke just became like, oh wait, I already did this. Hold on. I already did this. I already planned this today. Hold on. Where are you? My downloads. That. There we go. Awesome. Okay, add, 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 add this. The biggest custom PNG Ongo PNG ever. Save the benefit. Save. I'll edit this. I will say my undying love. I want to edit them all to say my undying love. Oh my god, stop giving me the pop-up. My undying love. Save. Staying cool. My undying love. My undying love, which does not die. So the idea behind the credits is just like, as you know. Well, sorry if I blasted your ears right now. I didn't mean to do that. I have to put this fucking right down. So, like when like Mentos is playing, it's gonna be like if you have a $5 up tier, there's gonna be like a custom image with your name on it, and it's just gonna be like on the slide, and that's kind of like my idea behind it. And like the regular credits will be somewhere. I'll think of it, and yeah, that's the whole concept. That's the whole concept I had in my brain, and that's what I'm gonna do. It feels appropriate. It feels like it's what I want to do, so I will do it. Did I edit this to save my undying love? I'm pretty sure I did. Why is it giving me my undying love? Yes, save, save. The fresh maker. Yeah, this is very funny. It's actually making me laugh. It's good if it makes you laugh. My undying love. Undying love. There we go. There we go. Save. Access, member only voting. Yeah, I'll probably add this stuff later. Fresh maker. I'm losing my mind. Okay, there we go. There we go. About. My about. Recommendations. Highlight other create. I don't want to do that yet. Collections. Home. Make your first public post. Tell people, share your pairs with your audience so people can start joining. I'll do that after. Is this all it had to be? If I refresh this, well, it's so my image. Where'd my image go? Open. Oh yeah. Oh, I gotta save it. That's. I gotta save it. I forgot to save it. That's why. I'm so glad. Set the covers. That's banner. Let's go. Oh, there we go. Beauty. There we go. Let's save that. Oh, I didn't save the headline. Ugh. Millennial. Hope Core. Hope Core. Hope Core. Millennial. Editing. Video. Essay. Good vibes. Save. There we go. Okay. And now, make your first public post. I didn't plan out this far. Oh man. Let's see what the chat's doing. I love it. I love you too, Geo Nebula. Let's see. Okay, make your first public post. Let fans know what to expect. Okay, I'll make text. Oh, I should have done a lot. Whatever. Welcome to the Patreon. Welcome to the Patreon. The Patroon. Welcome to the Patroon. Oh, super chat. Adam O, thank you so much. Hey, Zatzman, I wanted to let you know I really appreciate your video on relationships and developing confidence to be alone. Don't mean to derail your live stream, LMAO. No. Thank you for the $10 and thank you for I'm glad you enjoyed the video. I'm glad it gave you um you appreciated it and it helped you the comments to be yourself, and you don't have to be in a relationship to be happy. You can find happiness on your own. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I will be making more stuff kind of like along those lines in the future. Welcome to the Patroon. Welcome to the Patroon. The Patreon. I like how it autocorrects. Welcome to the Patreon. Start writing. Ah, I literally just wrote the whole thing. I just wrote the whole. I'm like, welcome to the Patreon. I'm just gonna take a screenshot of me, a video, image. Welcome to the Patreon. This is where I'm over. Now I am overthinking it. Now I am overthinking everything. Because it's like, do I do this before or do I do this after? Go home. I'm gonna leave this page for now. Do I have to? Do I have to make my first public post and then publish page, or is it like in the order? A webcam position makes it look like you have a huge chest. Yeah, I lift weights. But thank you though. Yes, if I point it down, you can see my one piece and my biceptuals and my arms and all that stuff. So yes, I think it's just the angle. It's my cleavage. That's for the OnlyFans. It's never coming. But yeah. So make your first public post. Let fans know what to expect with a welcome post or a bonus piece of work that's available to everyone. Public posts are shared more and can bring more visitors. Tips for your first post. And your big promotional launch is a great idea to add a few public posts to your page so that pull your big peak. Create a couple Patron only posts. Creating public. Oh man, I didn't know how to do this. I'm just gonna write it from the heart. Fuck it, here we go. Text. Welcome. 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 Welcome to the Patreon. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. This is it. This is it. The Patreon. The Patreon. What's this little icon? I can upload an image. I can select an image. Man, what can I do? Hold on. I just put in Donkey Kong. Should I just like? Yeah, I was doing research for other videos. Okay, perfect. This is it. The Patreon. You. You there. With the distinguished. You there. Distinguished individual. You have made the correct decision the correct decisions in your life to bring you to this moment, this page. You there. You have made the correct decision in your life to bring you to this page. Greetings and salutations. I can tell that you are of high. I can tell that you are of high esteem. Are of high esteem. In both being and intellect. Intellect. I say pay up now. In both being and intellect. For you see, there is no one greater. There's no one greater in this moment than yourself, having joined the Patreon of the Zatsman. You there, distinguished individual. You have made the correct decision in your life to bring you. You made the correct decision in your life to bring you to this page. Greetings and salutations. I can tell that you are of high esteem in both being and intellect. A fine and reasonable person. A reasonable person. How can I. Deserving of praise. Deserving. Deserving of praise. Well, you see, there is no one greater in this moment than yourself, having joined the Patreon of the Zatsman. Welcome to the Zatsman Zone. Welcome to the Zatsman Zone. This is it, the Patreon. You there, distinguished individual. You have made the correct decisions in your life to bring you to this page. Greetings and salutations. I can tell that you are of high esteem in both being and intellect, a fine and reasonable person deserving of praise. For you see, there is no one greater in this moment than yourself, having joined the Patreon of the Zatsman. I salute you. I salute you. And hope to deliver the most amazing content, the likes of which no one has ever seen. Most amazing. I want to use it more. Most amazing videos. I hope you enjoy your stay, or something to that effect. I hope you enjoy your stay. My face is on the mother monitor. I always find like I'm distracted by my own face. I really. This may sound self-absorbed, but I really like looking at myself. It's just I feel like it's the entertainer in myself where just I like watching myself do stuff. I've always been the kind of person who just like goes into a mirror and is just like blah 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 blah, and it's fun. So if you're that kind of person, you should make online videos because if you enjoy watching yourself do silly stuff, probably other people will too. That's the lesson. I salute you and hope to deliver the most amazing videos, the likes of which no one has ever seen. Until, of course, you see them. Until, of course, you see them. Then they have been seen. Then they have been seen. Then they haven't seen. I may like I may just leave this stream on the channel, or I may upload it to another channel, or I may upload it to the Patreon. We shall see. Welcome to Zasman Zone. Here it is. This is it. The Patreon. You there, distinguished individual. You made the credit to bring you to this page. Green. I salute you and hope to deliver the most amazing videos and likes of which no one has ever seen. Until, of course, you have seen them. Then they have been seen. By you. Excellent. Have an excellent, have a glorious day. A glorious day. And may the gods shine. And may the gods shine lights upon your soul. Upon your soul. Upon your soul. It feels too religious. Have a glorious day, and may the gods shine light upon your soul. Shine light upon your soul. That's been. What's the thing? It's like Excelsior. Pretty sure there's like a reference in The Simpsons to something somebody says. Huzzah! Huzzah! That's been. I think this is it. I don't want to make a. I'll do like thumbs up. I'll do this. I'll. Oh man, it's making me do a thumbs up. Okay, here we go. And hold on, I don't want to do that. Hold on. I'm taking this. I'm gonna put this here. Put this on this screen. Look at the camera. I do a thumbs up. As I'm doing this, I look at the camera. Yeah. There we go. Let's save that. Attachments. Upload. X. Yeah, look. What do you think? Yeah, it does sound like a Skyrim. I want to look more at the. Hold on. I think I get this. I think I get this photo right. Hold on. I get this right. Yeah, gotta go. Do that, and then do this, and then go like here, and then go be like, yeah, yeah. There we go. I think I got it. I think that's the one. I think that's the one. Alexa, dude, I think this is the one. That's the one. Yeah, that's the. There we go. There we go. You can probably say welcome to the. I'm leaving that in. Thank you. Confirm. That's perfect. Oh my god. Uh, make it a thirst trap. I do like this. Go. Do this. It's hard to take the photo when I'm like trying to flex the bicep. Do this. I'm trying to get it on my other. Okay, there we go. I got the thing open. Let's the art of making the OnlyFans. Yes, I will try the bicep pose. Move the mic out of the way. I'll be like ready to do the pose. Yeah. Does that work? Oh no, it went on the other way. Okay, come on. Save. See if this works. Okay, trash. This. This. Select image. Select image. Clean shot. I just want to edit. The art of making the OnlyFans. Okay, hold on. I want to edit the text. Okay, let's go to Photoshop. It's Photoshop. Where is my Photoshop? Where is my Photoshop? Photoshop, come on. New file. Do this. Create. Go here. I don't need the crop. I don't need the crop. Crop's crap. All right, let's go here. No. Here. No. There. Do this. That. And crop this. Why is it doing? Why isn't it like? I don't need to ratio the crop. I don't need to. No. Okay, whatever. As you can tell, I'm very bad at Photoshop. Okay, I was bringing to friggin' DaVinci. I know how to do stuff in DaVinci Resolve. A lot simpler than all this other stuff. Why is that there? That's there. Okay. Go there. I may scrap this idea. But we shall see. Merging the text, settings. Let's do Open Sans default. I was cooking here. The art of making the OnlyFans. I don't think I'm gonna add this. I think I'll probably like leave this. Eh, I might not add this. It is a fun joke, but I think I'm starting to overthink it. I think I'm starting to overthink the Patreon stuff. I'm gonna cancel that. I think that's perfect. I think that actually is perfect. Let's get it formatted. We're good. That's man. This is it. The Patreon. Upload. Save 2 minutes. Okay, how do I post the post? Next. Who can access this post? Paid members only. Sell this post. Set a price? What does that mean? Okay. I see what it means. I agree to Patreon terms and use the service. The release date. View your post preview. That's what it looks like when it's locked. Should I lock it? Should I lock it or leave that public? What do you think? Anybody in chat, do you think I should lock it or leave it public? Oh, fuck. Oh, there we go. Here we go. I never know if it saves or not. I get worried. Okay, make this a drop. Saved. Okay, good. Saved. I think I just may make that public just so everyone can see it. You know, maybe I'll incentivize some people to join. I think it's public. See what it looks like. Sell this post. Set release date. No. Comments on this post. Why would you lock it for the intro? Yeah, that makes sense. Of course, it started when you think about it more clearly. You're like, yeah, it makes sense. So if this is the intro post, publish. Make it first public. Publish your page. Welcome to the Zatzman Zone. Here it is. This is it. Patreon. You there. You made. It's actually perfect. Thank you so much for that comment that got clipped. Oh man, that's great. That's so good. Publish your page. Enter your legal name. What is my legal name? So I've said my name on stream. My name is David. It's not actually the. I was thinking maybe of changing the name from the Zatzman to David Zatzman, but you know, the is what I went with. Your legal name. We use this for tax and payout. Okay, it's never shown publicly. Well, there you go. Continue. You can start sharing it with your audience. Publish. Your page is live. Share your new page with friends and followers. Ugh, gotta do that with everything now. I gotta post it everywhere. I'll post it to the copy link. I'll post it to the It'd be really funny if somebody joined like right now. I wonder what that would look like. I wonder if somebody in chat would join right now. Haha. Copy the link. Okay, link copied. Download the image. Download the image. What does the image look like? Hello? Image. Hello? Oh, cool. It's like the little logo and this like my oh, you can't see it. It's like the logo and my image in the banner. Cool. Use that for promo, I guess. Yeah, I don't need Photoshop. I don't need Photoshop anymore. I don't need this anymore. I need to go to the internet again. That's it. I have the link. I'm gonna put that in my notes. I'm gonna add that to the description. I need to make a new note. That's the Patreon link. Our Facebook, download for TikTok, download for Instagram. What does it mean, download for TikTok? Oh, you can. Oh, oh, and you can share it on Twitter. Oh, but I need to log into Twitter. Oh, I don't have all my two factors on my phone. Oh, okay, whatever. I'll do that after. I'll do that after. I will do that after. Has anybody joined the Patreon yet? Do I have one member? No. I have a like though. Do I have a like? Is that a like? Yeah, I got one like. Great. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Appreciate the one like. Your checklist is complete. Dismiss. All member only post to anyone. Let anyone pay access to your work. One time purchase. I don't think I need that. Overview. Ways to earn money. Sell digital products. Yes. But not now. Okay, so here's the lesson. Just do the things. Just make like I wasted so much time not doing this for the longest time. You look at it now, 0 people are in it. And that's the way it is. I'm going to share this. If people want to join the Patreon, they can do it. I would greatly appreciate that. I just want to do this, and you don't understand. It has relieved something from me. It has unburdened me of this burden of trying to make this and do this live stream. It's so like you don't understand. Here's the thing. I'm gonna change the image. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Main camera. Let's go. It feels so good to get this done. It it feels good in the sense of just like I could have done this years ago, and like it literally took what? It took what? An hour. An hour out of my life I could have spent doing this and making this years ago. And I procrastinated on doing it out of fear and perfectionism and all that. And all it took was 1 hour of my life. It's very hot in here. I'm turning off the heat and I'm coming back because I'm heated. Pen. Oh my God. 1 friggin' hour has been bothering me for the past 2 years of my life. 1 hour is all it took. And you understand how silly your mind can be when you put things off. What I have been doing lately, is I have been not putting things off. If I need to wash a dish, I will wash that dish right away. I will dry it right away. I will do it instead of like leaving it on the freaking counter. Oh my God. So chat, how you doing? Chat, how you doing? Let's read the chat. Check your membership page. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Who's the first member? Who is the first? There's nobody there. Check your membership page. Settings. Highlighted here. I mean, we're not getting free. Is there free memberships? I don't know. I think it's like, how do I offer free memberships? It says paid. I don't know how to make it. I don't know how to make it free. I thought that was okay. I got notifications. Like your post. Oh, Max the Taxi became a member of Staying Cool. That's awesome. Join as a free member. I think you just joined as a free member. I'm a member of Staying Cool. That's awesome. You're the first one, Max. You're the first one, Max. Max the Taxi. I am so happy. It's awesome. I have a bunch of shit on my screen. Okay. Let's get this all off. Get this all off. I realize it's just like I don't want to like leak. I don't want to leak stuff. Um, I'm pretty sure like I mean if I'm gonna put your name in the credits, um, it's gonna say what your name is anyways. So me saying your name isn't like a breach of confidentiality. If you message me on this, I'm not gonna put it on the screen. Don't worry about that. Um, but yeah, Max the Taxi, you are my first paid member, and I really do appreciate that. That is great. Uh, Procrastination is my number one enemy. Yes, it is such a bastard. But as you continue to do, you try to work against it in the sense of like it's little things that tend to compound. So it can be, say, procrastinating on like washing a dish or just doing little things. If it's little, just do it right away. And that sort of compounds into being able to kind of like do stuff because what I've been realizing about myself is that I've had sort of like a perfectionistic mindset when it came to literally doing anything in life, and I was seeing how it was affecting my brain and how it affected me in just like subtle ways. Just like I would, again, I keep saying like washing the dishes, but it's just like I would put off washing the dishes because I'm like, oh, I can just do it later, or like if I do it in a specific order, that's the most efficient order. When really the most efficient order is just doing the first thing that comes to your mind and doing it right away. And that's just like I'm like, oh my god, it's just it's so go to insights. One like only you can see this. Locked. Oh, it says like the likes and the impression. I got 2 likes. I like 2 likes. Probably gonna share this on the thing. About about is good. I got one post. Oh wow, there's like one person. Oh, that feels so good. See? There you go. There you go, boyo. Go to insights. I don't think it's I don't think it's adding it yet, but yeah. Anyway, I don't know how many people are in chat right now. I'm just kind of chilling right now. I mean, the edible like should have like kicked in like an hour ago, and I'm still feeling kind of like lucid and kind of and very conscious of what I'm doing. And I feel calm. I feel relaxed. I feel as if I could talk my head off for another hour about anything. I feel very relaxed. I feel very clear headed, and it's a good feeling. I think I would recommend if you don't like the anxiety and the paranoia that comes with THC or marijuana, that's fine. That's understandable. I felt the same way too. But I have been finding that microdosing, just small amounts, like 2 milligrams or less, has once a week with like CBD oil has been very, very beneficial for me and has helped me move past sort of like these self-limiting beliefs and self-limiting mindsets that I've had in the past. And I think that coupled with the direction and the path that I put myself on in terms of uh limiting social media, limiting the internet, writing in the morning, which I would recommend, by the way. I've been reading The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron because ironically, I saw it on a TikTok trend, and I'm pretty sure that's how Dochi got her start. She kind of like posted that on TikTok, and that sort of made a trend of it. But I've never actually read this book before, and so I decided to read this book and actually do the activities and write it down and put effort into it, and that sort of started to unlock my brain a little bit more. And then I ended up in the hospital, but I was still like reading and writing and reading different books and writing and not being on the internet so much. And it gives you the space to really think and comprehend yourself. And that is really, really, really beneficial, I find. It's great. It's just, yeah, feel good. And, you know, that's it. Oh, so you're on edibles too. Yes. Very tiny microdose. It was in my latest video too, where I said I'd start trying. I actually did later that day. It was 420 when I recorded, and that was the first time I tried a microdose and edible, and it was a good time because I filmed myself talking to myself, and I played it back. I recorded the transcript of what I was doing, of what I was saying, and I realized I was still very with it, very lucid. I still felt a little bit loose, a little bit giggly. There was a little bit of anxiety of moving into that moment of sort of like losing a bit of control. And there was tension moving into that moment, but recognizing that tension and moving into that moment and realizing it for what it was, that sort of helped me move past it and get more comfortable with the experience. One thing I'm realizing now is that a lot of things that have stifled me in the past have been the tension of the in between. And by that, I mean the tension that you feel before doing something, the anticipation of it, of moving to the next thing. So for me, that could be writing a video or editing a video. It could be, preparing for a certain event. There's always like tension of the anticipation, or even like having an idea and writing that down and thinking like, oh, this could be like a good idea for a video and I should make that. There's a tension of the anticipation of actually doing the thing. And in the past, that tension has destroyed me and just created more anxiety, more avoidance, not getting to it, not getting to it. So I started recognizing that more, especially when I started posting more on like a TikTok and I started posting more online of how I would like anticipate the moment before getting into it. And that would create resistance and tension between like moving into the moment and just being able to live with that tension and move through it and, um, just be and recognize it. That's just tension. It's just a little bit of anxiety. It's just a little bit of nerves. Once you get into it, you'll feel better. That's alleviated a lot of the pressure, and I feel more present. I feel more calm. I feel more relaxed. I get into writing more. Prior to doing this, I was writing the script for my next video, which all the concepts and the ideas are there. I talk about Marshall McLuhan and the medium is the message, and this whole concept of the global village and how we've sort of lost our sense of privacy in the world. And I'm just relating to thoughts I have about the internet now and social media because the idea of the video is I've been feeling out of touch a bit with one with just naturally getting older and getting out of trends, but also with the way the internet is nowadays, it's very hard to keep up with a lot of different things that are going on and just sort of being out of it and not being in touch, it brings about different feelings, and I'm trying to manifest that into a script and into an essay about. I feel like it's a natural part of getting older, also because of the way the internet is structured now, but also there's an aspect of introspection and of myself that has to be put into there. And I hope that through going through that introspection, I can provide some value and some clarity if you are experiencing similar things. And there will be jokes and there will be a lot of editing, and I think it'll be probably 30. It'll be closer to the length of my regular videos, which I takes me about a week or two to edit. The structure of my videos, let me just I will for all those who are watching now, this is where I'm going through. I'm just telling the Patreon's made. I'll throw it in the description of this video when I post it to the channel. But like it's there. I'll post the link in chat. Actually, I think I can just post the link in chat. Let me get to chat. Chat GPT, not chat GPT. Here's the link to the Patreon. The link. Link. There you go. I should have done that ages ago, but I was just so excited about getting it done that I didn't even think about it. But, you know, let's get into DaVinci. I will explain my process. I will explain how I edit and work through my videos now because I'm here right now and I still feel like streaming and I like streaming. So streaming is always good. Even if there's nobody watching, I just like doing this. This is fun for me. I feel like you're on your way to becoming an online creator, media person. If you can just do this and have a good time doing it, even if nobody is watching. Because if you can do this, nobody's watching, then eventually people will start watching and that'll be fun. So there you go. A little motivational pep talk for you. I'm always full of those. One thing to be grateful for, one thing that I am grateful for is that even if my latest video didn't like perform as well as other videos, I still got messages from people who were very appreciative of it and who got value from it, people who I admire, people who I like in the real world and who said, I liked your video, means a lot. And you say you express a love to them too, and you just have a beautiful moment. If you know who you are and you're watching this, you know. So, yeah, I just had some nice conversations. I had another conversation with Beak, FD recently about some other topic. It's a private conversation, but like towards the end of it, we sort of like, I think he's gonna come visit my city, so I'm excited to see him in person. I'm excited to meet the man who I've been editing for, and who I've occasionally chatted with about some various topics and other things. And I think we relate on a human level. But anyway, the process of how I make my videos is that I will typically shoot them. I will shoot them and then I will make a rough cut. See this bottom layer here, this bottom layer here. This is all just like this is all just the rough cut basically. So if you ever get intimidated by the timelines, understand it makes sense for what it is. So this is all just like the rough cut that I make. The rough cut usually takes about, depending on the length of the video, a couple days just because I have to go through takes. I'm trying to get better at filming myself and having less takes that I do, so I don't have to go through and sit through it later. I will literally be filming and saying stuff to myself and be like, "Hey, you do know that you had to edit this later, right?" So that's what I do. I make a rough cut, and then like every layer above it is just literally all the animations and all the transitions and all that stuff. If I pull this up, pull this up, basically, I will edit and make stuff. All this is just it's layers and effects. So it's for something like this, it's literally just like green screen explosions on top of an adjustment clip that zooms in on top of a layer of me that's probably separated from the background, with like PNGs on top, etc., etc. It's literally just like the most used effect that I use, the most used effect of my arsenal is there's a tool in DaVinci Resolve called the Magic Mask, which lets you rotoscope out yourself and put you over any background you want. It's similar to like if you were in front of a green screen, but I don't have a green screen. So I use this effect a lot. And I'm in a version of DaVinci Resolve that lets me do it pretty fast. So it's just like you have to go into Fusion. I have a shortcut on my keyboard. You have to draw in the mask. If this will load up, you have to draw in the mask. So you draw it like that, and then you have to render it out like this. So it's if I render it now, it'll probably go slower because I'm streaming. But the render will just I'll go like back and forth and render out my whole thing. Sometimes I have to tweak it a little bit if it gets some of the background in, but for the most part, it's good. And then I do it specifically when I know I want myself above a background. So like here, there's something in the background that I do. So it just lets me have like a clean cutout, so I can just put stuff in the background. And I then just do that. I configure that. At the end of the day, I will export a render layer of what I did that day. Just because if I edit the whole project, and then just try to do it like export at the end, I find that there will be errors. Sometimes the magic mask, the render, you'll have to re-render it again. So, uh I found like just like rendering out what you did that day and like putting it out there and putting it back in the project just so you don't have to like, especially scrubbing through the timeline, you just scrub through the timeline very simply if there's just like a layer of a render on top, because it's basically the same render that you would render out anyways. And then after editing all the animation for, depending on how long, it could take a week or it could take 2 weeks depending on the length of the video, then I will spend a day or two going back and fixing the animation, because during the initial pass, I'm just trying to get stuff done. I'm just trying to make the edit happen, basically. And then I will fix it. And then I will move on to sound effects. And I will move on to music. And then I will put all that in the project. Uh, this is all like music layer and like sound effects. Why my videos take long, because I feel like music and sound effects adds an extra dimension to the video watching experience. It's something it's basically, my background is in films. So like I did do a lot of sound design, I did do a lot of editing. I did act in a lot of student films, which explains why I like to perform. Um I just these are just the kinds of videos I like to put a lot of effort into what I do, regardless of how the video performs. This is what I've always done. If you are a smaller creator, if you don't have that big a following, but you put effort into what you do, people eventually will recognize that, because there is a lot of slop on YouTube. Not to disparage the slop, just because people like their slop. If people weren't interested in it, they wouldn't watch it. So you know, I try not to make slop. I try to make stuff that's authentic to me and what I think people will enjoy. And that's what I do. And I put effort into it, and I try to make my videos as good as I can, and I try to make them better. Try to make them better each time. I will check the chat. That's so cool, Julie. What I miss. I love the sound effects that you use. You make some of them yourself. Yes, I actually do. I produced music casually for years, and I learned sound design through that process. Though my sound design skills right now are pretty rusty, just because I haven't really been in the habit of music production. But like I do know how to make some sounds myself. So like sometimes there'll be like a little jingle or something that I will make. I can't really show you right now just because my Ableton Live, I literally put my audio through Ableton. Like I have an audio rack. So when I record my audio, it goes through this audio rack, which is basically like my gate, my vocal EQ, my compression, and a de-esser at the end. It's just a lot of like compression and vocal dynamics, and it's how I get kind of like a clean level sound. And this is where I record all my sound when I'm like recording the video, and then I sync it together when I put it into DaVinci Resolve, just so I get that clean audio signal. But yeah, so sometimes I'll be in Ableton Live and I will make a little jingle. Sometimes I'll be like ba 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 ba. That's a Hunter star. That's the Hunter theme. Ba 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 ba. I will say like, you've got to go to the store or something like that, and I will. Ableton has a feature where it can pick out the melody for you, and I will try to make chords out of it. I kind of forget how to make chords, but something to that effect. Or I'll just like hum the melody, but like you have to go to the store, and I'll just say you have to go to the store, and I'll hum out the melody, and I'll try to put that into Ableton. And I have various VSTs plugins that you can use, like virtual instruments that can play like, I like little what's the word? I like the little like e piano kind of thing, like the little like a Rhodes piano. So I will typically like put that underneath a thing, and I have used like saws and all that stuff. So I do that. Sound design, but that's the thing. When you make videos like this, they take a while to do, because it's like I could spend an hour on a 5 second little thing, right? If I wanted to, I could make the animation like even better, even more superb, but like that takes time. And I am just one person doing this. When you work with YouTubers, you begin to realize a lot of them get a lot of help, especially the bigger they get. They don't all edit their videos, they don't do all the effects, they collaborate, they do this stuff. I am a one man army. I'm just doing this by myself. So it takes time. It's just like if you want to make good art, if you want to make solid art, not necessarily that you have to spend a bunch of time to make good art, but if this is your process, as if this is what you do, and this is my process, and this is what works for me, could I work faster? If I wanted to kill myself, maybe, but I don't want to do that. Never kill yourself. Thank you, Brogan, um, Art Chad. But I just, it's this is what my process has become. And I mean, I can tweak it in a way where I can probably do like the sound effects and the music as I'm doing the editing and all that stuff, but this is just kind of how I do it, and it takes time. And this I have a thing in myself where like I just can't make it shitty. I just can't make it bad. It has to be good. I can't just like edit myself, which is one of the benefits I find with TikTok. Like I've been posting to a TikTok, link is in the YouTube, but I've been posting to a TikTok, and just like it's just so nice just to be able to edit yourself with straight cuts instead of having to worry about like all this like shit and eyeline and like making sure things make sense, because I don't plan my shots when I edit, because editing is part of the creativity for me. So as I'm doing all of this, I have to, it's literally so mentally taxing just to think of like, okay, how do I express this idea? How do I, when I say like my mind's telling me no, my body's, or my mind is telling me yes, but my body's saying no, I could go down so many routes with that idea in terms of like where I place myself on the screen, how that relates to the previous shot. Does it make sense in terms of continuity, et cetera, et cetera? Do I have to layer in a sound effect just to be like, audience, there's a change? There's a lot that goes into it, and it can be very mentally taxing when you're doing every little creative thing, which is why I understand delegation. I understand why people delegate different tasks to different people. I've edited for other YouTubers, mainly FD Signifier, a bunch of his videos. He's not an editor, and he sends me this work so that I can edit it, and he pays me very well for it, and he's good to collab with. I would work with him. I've worked with him when he's paid me less. I know I'm focusing on money right now, but like he is very good in that regard. Very like truly. I'm very appreciative of like being able to like collab and work with him, and yeah, I just like we just have a good workflow. We have a good understanding of what I understand like kind of what his needs are, and it's good, and I like it. And I am open to working with other YouTubers as well. Um, just like sometimes things will fall through the cracks, and sometimes like you'll have a collab set up and like it won't work. Um, I've edited something for Color Mind too. I edited the intro for his latest video too. That was fun. I did that for free because I like Tay. Um, dude, you got a Patreon now. Hire a coworker with those $5. Hell yeah, let's do. Your editing is sick, dude. Never related more than a video than the YouTube apathy video. Yes. Which one? I made like two. I made the first one. I made the existential YouTube. What does it mean to be content video? And I also made the apathy video. But yeah, that one too. They're kind of like my two existential crises videos of me, one being related, like how I view myself in terms of content within the online sphere itself and how YouTube operates, and then sort of like moving outside of that, the apathy was kind of like just like general. Am I in like what does it mean to be interested in things, like what am I doing, sort of thing. So I'm glad you got value out of that, because that making those kinds of videos are very difficult in terms of like the writing, because you have to be very introspective. You have to think your thoughts, and you know there's a lot of research that can go. There's a good video done. I don't know. There's a YouTuber called David Achu, who makes sort of like comedic video essays. And at first he was kind of grating. I thought he was a little bit annoying at first, but he kind of grew on me, and I sort of began to appreciate his work. So he did a video essay about video essays, and he has a point in the video where he talks about like sort of like the depth of research that you can do on a topic. So, for instance, in my video now, I'm talking a lot about Marshall McLuhan. And if you know anything about Marshall McLuhan, you could read all his books, you can study all his material, you can get an in-depth insight into what he thinks of what like this is just one guy, by the way. Get an in-depth insight into like what one guy thinks. And you could spend months, even years, just studying this one guy. But when you're making a video for the internet, for YouTube, you have to sort of limit your scope in a bit where you're like, okay, one, you want to understand the concepts and what you're talking about. You have to get kind of like a deep, like an understanding of it to make sure what you're saying is actually accurate. And two, you have to relate it to what you're saying so you're not going all over the place. So I have this concept now. It's called peeling the waffle off of the waffle maker. I posted it on a TikTok, but the idea is that every day I make waffles. I make a waffle recipe that's full of egg whites and Greek yogurt, bananas. I meal prep it now, so I just wake up in the morning, turn on the waffle maker, spray some Pam into this dirty ass grease ball thing, and then I just go. And it's been great. But sometimes the waffle doesn't distribute evenly into there. So what I do is I try to get like a little thing, and you have to like peel the waffle off. And once you get the corner, once you get the angle right, the thing just pops right off, right? The waffle just pulls right out. And that's the same thing you have to do with research, especially when you're doing a YouTube video. When you peel, you just need enough to peel the waffle off the waffle maker, and like everything will clear up. That's what I'm saying. So I'm applying that to research. I'm saying I just need to get certain concepts right that express the idea that I'm trying to get to, understand it clearly, and go from there. And the point that David Achu was making in his video, I hope I'm pronouncing his name right, is that you could spend weeks just like researching a thing to understand. He had this like analogy of like understanding that the sky is blue, but knowing that sometimes the sky is orange and the sky is this, and having to understand all of that as if you're an alien, which I thought was good. The meaning of the message is how much I'm still digesting that quote to be. It feels relevant though. I've rewatched your YouTube creative process video multiple times. They've helped me a ton. I'm glad they helped you. I'm really glad they helped you. This is why I make videos. I try to make them evergreen. I made one video years ago. I made two videos. There's a secret Spider-Man video, which I took off the channel because it was really dumb. I wasn't really saying much, and I was trying to be trendy because there was a Spider-Man movie coming out, and I didn't really say much in the video. I just made a video. I'm just like, Spider-Man is cool, which I think has value, but you know. But I made a video years ago about like Reactgate content, about Reactgate, which years ago, which actually became relevant again, surprisingly, I think a year ago. And I don't know, it wasn't. I was just like throwing shit around. I'm like the video's like whatever, and I think there are still jokes in it. And you can still enjoy it, but you know, it's kind of like I like moving to bigger concepts, bigger ideas, rather than sort of like focusing on a individual. Like I was conceiving of working on a video about people made videos about like the critical drinker. I don't know if you know this guy. He's like a conservative movie reviewer who complains about everything being woke. And I have complicated thoughts about him and like his role in YouTube. I'm pretty sure people have made videos critical of him, but I would look at it more as sort of like a general sense of like what this means about film criticism, like how do we perceive media critics, et cetera, rather than kind of like focusing on this one specific guy. I think like that's more interesting than saying like this guy is bad because he says da da da, which you know, from a certain perspective, I don't really care whether somebody watches someone like the critical drinker. You know, life is short. You enjoy what you enjoy as long as you're not a shithead in real life, as long as you're not an asshole. You can enjoy the drunken Scottish guy ranting about how movies are woke. I don't really care. It's not my cup of tea. Not what I enjoy watching when I consume content. But if that's what brings you joy, more power to you. Enjoy it. And if I were ever to make a video on him, that's what I would convey to fans of his because I've seen the reaction from certain videos that ironically are critical of the critical drinker. And if you're critical of a guy whose moniker is called the critical drinker, his fans come and spam the video and downvote it. So I would extend an olive branch saying like, okay, this video is about more than him specifically. I don't care. I don't care if you watch a guy on YouTube and he does this stuff. I don't really care. Enjoy what you enjoy. Work is to Patreon content. That's what I need to do. I got a waffle maker recently, so I gotta clean and use them soon. Yes. Well, I like to, like I said, I have a custom waffle recipe that I've just made since the pandemic because my breakfast used to be consistent. My breakfast used to consist of, you know, Greek yogurt, like toast, egg whites, and like Vector cereal I used to eat. Um, and like other, like I tried to get like a high protein, like bananas and all that good stuff. But I found that it's easier to like consume it in waffle form because you still get all the nutrients from it, and it's just like in a delicious waffle form. It's like banana, apple, cinnamony. I wouldn't serve it to anyone. I definitely would not serve it to anyone who would come over for sure, because I have the food that I like for myself, that I cook for myself, and then there's food that you cook for other people. And the food that I cook for myself, I would not cook. I would not cook for other people. One thing you learn. Um, Woke is too woke, so I need more whiskey. Yep, that sure is what he does. I haven't really seen a lot of his content lately. I feel like people said what they had to say about him, and like it was just like an idea in my brain because I am interested because my background is in film. I am interested in film criticism, film critique. I did a lot of film critiques back in the day. I like film reviewers. I like thinking about film, making film, etc., etc. So it's something. Media criticism is something that's very up my alley, and I enjoy it. So yeah, my videos take a long time to make. That is the gist of it. That is the gist of it. And now I have a Patreon. Let's go back to the Patreon. Wow. I'm gonna post about it. Let's see if it changed. See if I got like a. It still doesn't say I have any members yet, but I should. I got 2 likes on the post. Got 2 likes. You guys can go now. You guys can go now to www.thepatreon.com. www.thepatreon.com/Zatzman. And you can like this post and you can join the Patreon because it took me so fucking long to do this. I'm so. It's not necessarily that I'm disappointed with myself because you are who you are at any given moment in life. It's more so like, I could have done this years ago and just had it done. It would have been over, it would have been finished. But, you are who you are at any given moment in time and you learn from that. And then you become a better person, hopefully. And then you keep on living your life and trying to provide value to people living in the world. That's what you do. I watch more film critique than films. Yeah. Well, it's very interesting to analyze films. There's a lot of, you know, lenses and different ways to sort of view them. You know, there's often like there's always like an interesting meta critique of film in a way where people critique how other people critique and look at films as well. For instance, I don't know if you know, there's like a YouTuber who I used to be familiar with called Mauler, who makes like these long, very long-winded videos where like he sort of does like an objective critique of filmmaking, and like other people made videos critiquing the way he critiques videos, which to me is very interesting. But looking at someone like that and the way they view film, even if I may personally disagree with it, it's interesting because their viewpoint is also valid as well because it's art and it's an art form. And to me, that is very fascinating. Like, I would never, I believe, I think I might have referenced this in my React content video, but like, when you view film through that lens, it's almost as if no film can hold up to the same scrutiny, the same standards you apply to it. So it's like, what usefulness is your frame of reference if nothing can handle that scrutiny? And um it's certainly fun. It can be entertaining for sure. I mean, film critique can also be entertaining in the ways you think about film and the ways you think about media, sort of inform of the way you interact with the medium and how you think about the medium. Definitely the with me with working on film, and through critiquing film, when I watch a film, it took me a while to adjust my brain to be able to watch film without like hyper focusing on editing or the storytelling or how, you know, different things conglomerate to make the film experience. I had to kind of like turn my brain off, be like, I'm just gonna enjoy a movie and all that stuff. And it's like, it's fun to like rewatch films and like think about, you know, especially on a rewatch. It's just like you can analyze different things. Anyway, I hope you're enjoying this rambling. Oh, we got more. We got TJ Shongar joined the Patreon. Thank you so much, TJ. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for joining the Patreon. You're number two. You're number two. Thank you, TJ. You fucking rule, baby. I appreciate you. Ah, love, 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 love. Heart. I wonder if it'll make like a heart. If I do this, I'll make the heart emoji, heart emoji appear. Maybe we shall see. Yeah, that's awesome. All right, here we go. Here we go. One more time. Everybody's feeling fine. Here we go now. I've been listening to a lot of like an 80s music when I'm on the treadmill in the evening. I work out early in the day. I work out 4 times a week in the gym, as you can see with the muscles. I work out 4 times a week, upper lower, split. Then I'll do cardio in the evening or go out for a walk if the weather's nice. The weather has been nice. Um, but if I'm on like the step master or something, because I like doing the stepper, I like doing sometimes a bike, I like sometimes doing a treadmill, I will listen to Spotify. And the one thing I hate about Spotify right now is like I had Spotify free, but for the past month or so, they've been limiting my skips after 6 skips. So it's more. And it used to be that I had unlimited skips for whatever reason, and they took that away, and I kind of hate Spotify for that. And I'm just thinking of like going back to regular old Apple Music that I download on my phone, but I like the playlists. I like the being able to have like a random shuffle of random music. So who knows? If the Patreon does well, I might actually pay for Spotify. So the Patreon does well, I might actually purchase this editing software legitimately, which is what you should do. Don't do as I say, not as I do. Um, I really just need DaVinci. It's a paid feature of the Magic Mask, but I just love it so much, and I can't justify a purchase of software right now. So yeah, if the Patreon gets good enough, I will do more editing tutorials and I will do all that stuff. So face blue, white eyes. I'm number two. Hell yeah. Nice, nice, CJ. Appreciate you. I use YouTube Music. I use YouTube Music. Yeah. So I find with like YouTube Music sometimes, like for some reason the app. I don't know if I just remember having trouble with the app. Maybe I just might use YouTube Music again. I don't. I feel, doesn't that affect like your main algorithm if you use it that way? Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, I this is usually where, as you can tell, I'm very talkative, and this microdosing, this edible has been fucking fantastic. Like I feel great right now. I feel amazing. I feel like I could like edit and stream for hours. I kind of want to test it at doing streaming, which is actually would have been scary for me just because, you know, I thought like being on stream would have been anxiety inducing, but really I've only felt anxiety over the past day after like having a post video release where you get like brain zoomies of like, okay, I just released a video. This is how it's doing. How's it gonna do? Et cetera, et cetera. And then you're like, okay, now I have to write the next video. And now I have to do this live stream coming up. And it's just like the anticipation and anxiety. And I'm on prednisone too, which I'm tapering down. I started at 40 mils for a week, then I did 40, then I did 35, and now I'm on 30. and my stress is my brain kind of like goes kooky crazy sometimes. So that's normal. You just have to remind yourself it's medication. So that's been keeping me calm. But yeah, it's just, a lot of anxiety, a lot of tension, but you move through it. Lost my train of thought. I watched an old movie called Them and love critiquing the cheese and the places where it didn't age well and areas where it's awesome. Hell yeah. I watch most YouTube, including music, using Brave to avoid ads. Yeah. Yeah, I use Firefox and like I have ad blocker in Firefox and I find that works. So Firefox with YouTube has been like a little bit finicky for me lately. I don't know. I open it up in Safari and Safari tends to like play it right away. There was a time where I wasn't able to like upload a video like through the YouTube studio in Safari. I'm like, they're just trying to, they just don't like the ad block. Google just doesn't like the ad block, man. But yeah, with the edible, like I feel very calm and very like I could keep talking forever. And I just wanted to try it with a live stream just to see because it's a very there is stimulation and you do have to keep talking, but at the same time I'm wanted to do it just to experience it because the first couple times I've done it just by myself and talking to myself. And now this feels like a low stimulation where like I'm on stream, I'm talking, I'm engaging, and I keep saying to myself, if I was at a party, I would have a very good time at the party. This is kind of like the social buzz that I like. And I think I'm starting to realize is that this has always been a part of me and the way I can express myself. And this is the feeling I want to impart onto you that you can discover things about yourself and learn about yourself and uh, become a more embracing person of your personality. So, yes. Yeah, thanks for letting me know. I buy the YouTube on YouTube Premium because I hate watching ads during my 1 hour morning dump. Yeah. Well, good on you for paying for YouTube Premium. I just I've gone through phases where I haven't really watched a lot of YouTube, so my mindset now has moved away sort of like from being a content consumer. And I do appreciate the content consumers that you are if you are watching this content. I appreciate you for doing that. But for me, I derive more value, more enjoyment from being a creator. And if I consume too much content, I go into a passive mode and I made videos about this and it doesn't fulfill my soul. And I think what I was struggling with for the longest time was uh, just the perceived hypocrisy of, okay, I want to post, I want to make content, but I don't like consuming the content. Does that make me a hypocrite? Because I'm denying other creators what I want for myself. And what I'm realizing is that like that's kind of foolish. That's been a mindset that sort of held me back. And if you sort of realize this is like, oh, I just enjoy creating more than I do consuming, it's not hypocritical. Just put yourself out there. This makes you feel better about yourself. Like, yeah, you know, do that. I think also I was concerned with like aura farming a little bit because when you're a little bit mysterious online, it does create a little bit of an aura where you don't know what this person's up to all the time. Like you create some intrigue, some eroticism where you don't know what they're doing at every moment at every day. And while I do like posting more, I kind of want to maintain that public private balance, but also put myself out there a bit more because that's just fun. I just like posting on the internet sometimes, and I just held myself back because I was concerned about the aura. I was concerned about the aura of doing it. So yeah, let's check the chat. Have you felt pressure with live streaming before? Um, have I felt pressure? Yeah, I think the first time I did streaming, I literally just streamed to myself, and it's always a little bit of anxiety before starting a stream and going into a stream, but you kind of find a flow and a rhythm to it. And again, if you just enjoy talking to yourself or like talking to a perceived audience, talking to a camera, and you just like it, it kind of comes naturally. You're almost talking into a void, but if you're used to talking into the void, then like it's all good. So so yeah, I've been like in a tiny box. I feel like I leave that on screen. It's more interesting. Ideal. Oh yeah, fascinating. Eroticism. You mean exoticism? No, I mean like there is by erotic. I mean that it's like it's titillating. It's um exciting. There's a mystery. It's like if you know everything there is to know about a person, everything they do all the time, there's no mystery to it. But like you ever think of, your favorite artists, like say like Kendrick Lamar. If Kendrick Lamar was posting on Instagram every single day, every little thing he does, he would probably lose his mystique and his aura. Like he only releases music and promotes himself publicly when he's working on a project or he has a project. And a lot of people who are social media influencers, they don't have that same level of aura. Well, obviously because it's Kendrick Lamar, but it's just it's that weird balance of having to, put yourself out there for an algorithm for like a feed in order to like stay relevant versus making good art and like having that balance of like being an artist and a public persona, but also maintaining that private life and also doing that, which is a lot of what I'm talking about in my next video. So yes, I will get to Raymond. I deal with self worth very much. When you talk about it, I feel less alone in my struggle. Thank you. Yes, I'm glad I could help. Yeah, I feel like when you share things about yourself and you share things about your struggle with the self worth, this is sort of like on a meta level. Um, I sort of felt a lot of times like I couldn't share things about myself because I felt like I had no self worth, and I am sort of starting to realize my worth in a way. And when you sort of stifle yourself in that way and you think you have no self worth, you end up like not expressing yourself. And that actually destroys your self worth even more because it creates like a negative feedback loop, a negative spiral. And I stopped myself from like making a Patreon or doing something out of fear, but also because of like low self worth. Because I'm like, who would actually be interested in what I have to say? Who would actually find these thoughts interesting? I make a silly thing. Will people think it's silly? Am I actually a silly person? Do people actually like me? Etc. Etc. And what I've come to realize is that not necessarily through YouTube, but like YouTube helps is that people do find value in what I say. And like if I talk about myself, people can get value out of that and out of my experiences and relating to that and not feeling so alone. So yeah, it's helped me sort of like even make the latest video that I made about like life getting in the way and like talking about my own struggles with an autoimmune disease. Like you think to yourself, you're like, oh, that's not algorithmically viable. But I or like you have to frame it in a way where people are can put themselves in your shoes. But what I'm realizing is that just by talking about myself, people will naturally put themselves in my shoes and relate and empathize. And I think it's just an also limitation by the way I would view some other videos where typically when I watch a video and I'm trying to like get information, I don't care about somebody's personal story. I just want to get the information. I just want to get the data. I just want to know. Um, so I think like that sort of mindset has stopped me in the past, I guess. Anyway, I think you should use words like normal people do, not like philosophers. I mean, there is a philosophy speak definitely with the way some like since 16th century philosophers talk like, oh, the blah blah blah. I can't even think of it right now. But, you know, got a burp. I got a burp. There is a way in which they talk, but I think it's like you watch a CJ the X video and like he kind of talks with like that highfalutin philosophical verbiage, and it's fun. It's fun. It's enjoyable. You don't always have like English. The English language is fascinating because there's so many different ways in which you can express words and thoughts and ideas, and it's always fun to just be like, hak tu or something, or like how not Haktua. Uh, yes, the ancient philosophy of Haktua girl. That's the next video. The philosophy of Haktua girl. I think Archad made a video about the banality of evil and Haktua. Yeah. I think. Do you feel like YouTube consumes your thoughts and day to day, or you log off and forget about it. In the sense of making videos and making content, it does sort of not necessarily consume my thoughts all day. I'm able to balance it out where it's like I go to the gym, I cook, I do stuff, I relax, I go see friends, I hang out, I see my family, and I'm not always thinking about YouTube, but like it's always there, it's always ever present because the one thing with YouTube is that you can't really turn it off in a sense. You're always thinking about like the ideas and the concepts that you want to make because your creativity is your engine and your execution of your creativity is the other part of the engine because you always have to like generate ideas and put those ideas out there into the world and um you can have all the ideas you want but like if you don't execute and you don't like put them make them reality like they're just going to be ideas. So you're constantly thinking of like okay, like I'm thinking about the script I have to write now. I'm thinking about the process of going of like filming it and editing it and getting out the next video and then thinking about the next video concept because um and that's so it is something that is constantly on my not in the sense of like consuming content. Like I used to be very heavily online like earlier like in earlier years, especially during the pandemic and well, even before that, like I made a bunch of videos about it. But yeah, just being fuck, I lost my train of thought. Anyway, but yeah, consuming content is just it creates like a weird sort of I find I would develop parasocial attachments to certain like streamers and certain like video personalities and due to the lack of relationships and the lack of friendships in my own life, which is another sort of limiting self-limiting belief when it comes to like putting myself out there more and like generating parasociality in this sense because I do recognize the value of going out into the real world and meeting real people and having real life relationships with people is way better than this parasocial thing. And I don't really want to exploit that because I do understand having been in that mindset before, it can be a very lonely place. And I think that there are a lot of people online who do get exploited in the sense where certain creators either knowingly or unknowingly sort of fan the flames of parasociality to gain reap financial benefit, and that's not something I like to do. I do understand it in the sense of if you are lonely, that sort of like the online content can provide an outlet for you and like a comfort in that time and get you through those moments. And I think that is the value in it. And I think that's the value I do want to provide, which is why I can't write off all this online parasociality completely because, you know, if you're thinking about some silly online drama or some parasocial stuff that's going on with your favorite online streamer personality person and your life is not going great and you don't feel great about yourself, like it's a little thing that gives you joy in the day. It's a little thing to distract you from that. So, you know, if it helps you keep on going, sure it has value, but I feel like I want people to move into real life spaces with real people and real community because that's way 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 better. And I don't want to necessarily foster heavy parasocial relationships even though that would be financially beneficial for me. um I've always tried to maintain a little bit of a distance with my online persona, but again, that comes in conflict with the way in which I like to express myself and post online. So it's always that balance of like, I like posting, I like putting myself out there, but also I recognize that it can generate parasociality and that isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it's something I am very cognizant of, very aware of. I chew a mix of wisdom, music, and movies, then hawk to a beat, and then make a boogie with a loogie. Hell yeah, old grease. Hell friggin' yeah. Let's go. Let's go. So if I were to stream more, I've just kept on this image of myself for the longest time. Oh my god. Oh, the mane. I can see my whole body, my upper body. And you can also see the chat on the screen. Hell yeah. Let's go, chat. I don't even know if anybody's still here. I can just keep talking forever. And that's the thing. If you can keep talking into a microphone in front of a camera forever, even if there's one or two or three or zero viewers, you're gold, baby, because, you know, you're freaking golden. I'm not even looking. I put the numbers, I hid the numbers of the stream because I don't even want to know. I was on a live stream recently that we had an election in Canada recently. Mark Carney is still our prime minister. We had an election in Canada, and there was a live stream with Art Chad and JJ McCullough, and Greg was there, and Duncan was there, and Dan was there, and a bunch of other people, Sam, a bunch of other people, and it was very fun. But like you could see the numbers on the screen. And it was very funny when JJ left and the numbers were dipped because he went to go do like an interview in the hub, and it was very funny because we were ribbing on him for um it's called the hub, and if you know what the hub is, you know. So it's like JJ on the hub. It was very funny. It was a very fun live stream though. I was very focused on election results because it's very like numbers and data, and I haven't really been too politically in the know-how with what was going on. When I watch an election result, I kind of look at like how are the seats changing and where are they changing and all that stuff. So, you know, we got a strong minority government, a strong liberal minority government. They can govern, they can pass legislation with the highly diminished NDP and even the bloc if they wanted to. So, hopefully we'll see it's good. We need that kind of stability right now with the uncertainty of our neighbors to the south and what's going on. But politics, life goes on. That's a pretty good Wario impression. Would you start streaming more often now? Yeah, I think I would. The thing is just it's a matter of knowing what to stream, right? Because I can just talk to a camera about whatever, but it's you kind of want a thing to talk about, and I don't really just want to like watch a video or something like that or react to things. I enjoy conversation, but I understand like being a smaller creator, I have a smaller audience that I do appreciate very much, and you can't always bounce off of chat so much. You just have to kind of make your stuff. So I can talk about various topics at length, but whatever. I could play a video game, although I haven't played video games in the longest time. I'm gonna make a video about it. I'm gonna make a video about actually mention it maybe a little bit in my latest video, but I'm talking about kind of like people lose interest in video games as they get older for a variety of reasons, and I sort of like did that. I used to be a gamer, but I haven't really gamed that much outside of like playing Mario Party with my family, which is amazing. It's baller AF. But yeah, I think I played like Undertale a decade ago. I played like I think I played Link to the Past during the pandemic, and I think I played like Mario Galaxy 1 and 2. Yeah. I don't really play that many video games, and I think it's just like it's a matter of time and money. I mean, you can play a video game, or you could like, you know, meet a cute, pretty girl and say, "Hey, wanna play some Mario Kart?" And then play Mario Kart with a cute girl, cute gamer girl. Mario Kart. But yeah, if you play video games, that's fine. I have no judgment for anything. I yearn for my Switch. Oh, congrats on 15K. Here's the interesting thing about having 50K. It's a very slim 15K majority. It's teetering. I release a video like every time behind the scenes. You release a video and sometimes you lose subscribers, and you live stream, and sometimes when you live stream you lose subscribers. So it might dip to 14.9, but they'll come back. They always come back. Or, you know, you'll call like you'll get more subscribers. Like, I'm not worried about it. It's just subscribers are nice, but it is kind of like a little bit of a vanity metric in the sense of like, you know, views are king. So I look at it more like, are people engaging with the content? Are they liking the videos, et cetera, et cetera? Because sometimes smaller channels can have a bajillion views on a video, and sometimes bigger channels don't have that same kind of view count. So you make stuff people enjoy. Subscribers are gonna subscribe. If they subscribe, that's cool. I like it when you like and subscribe. That's pretty cool. But yeah, I yearn for my Switch. Dang, Patreon won't process my payment. I didn't think I liked my card. Damn it. Patreon, get on that. Damn it, Patreon processing people, get on that. Get on that. A gamer girlfriend is something that I also yearn for. Thing is, people want a gamer girlfriend, but it's like, I guess, but one of the things that I sort of realized when I realized that I enjoyed being single is like I sort of envisioned myself, because ideally I would like to be in a, ideally, of course, you want the ideal partner who's like a good match for you, that you're compatible with, that you enjoy being around, of course, et cetera, et cetera. But like for me, sort of like doing that for its own sake, I think about like what it would be if I had like a gamer girlfriend who's like playing on the couch over here, and it was just like playing a video game. Like it'd be nice to have the company. It's the same thing if like it was like one of my homies, one of the boys, kind of like chilling there doing that too. And with a girl, like girls are cute, girls are fun, girls are enjoyable to be around. They are pleasant people. I love women. That's my hot feminist take right there. Is just women are great, and if you don't like women, sorry, I guess. I don't know. Like in terms of like general people, people are people. People are good. Oh, I got a thing. Congratulations, you received 100 messages today with Restream chat. Thanks, Restream chat. Now I've gotten 100 messages. Awesome. I got a tweet too. Is this why? Why is it giving me a tweet? I'm definitely gonna explore first, date around, make friends, etc. Yeah, I mean, it's just like, I hear people like sometimes people will complain like modern dating, blah blah blah. But like, I mean, I'm gonna be real. I feel like a lot of it is, sometimes younger people don't really know what they want, and I'm not saying this is specifically younger people because it definitely happens with older people too. But a lot of people don't really know what they want out of a relationship, and they're uncertain. You meet a kind of person and they're not the right type of person for you, and you're not that committed, and da da da. And I think a lot of it is that people tend to overestimate themselves, not in terms of like dateability, but like, are you a cool person with a cool personality that people would like to be around, et cetera, et cetera. A lot of the masculinity device typically centers around, go to the gym, get a haircut, smell good, et cetera, which is all good, by the way. But it's never like develop a personality, or, learn how to be a funny person that people like to be around, or like make yourself being able to talk to people and make them feel comfortable and present and all that stuff. It's like, you know, it's always like the superficial stuff. And I think people gloss over that their personalities can be a little bit off putting, either knowingly or unknowingly, when it comes to dating. And like a lot of people just aren't compatible. Like that's the thing. It's like a lot of people just aren't going to be compatible for a lot of reasons. If you look at research data, it's like basically 70% of people are in committed relationships or are in some kind of relationship. At least with Pew that I checked, it's like 30%, I think, are single, but like half of those people are like single but looking, but single but not looking. So basically, out of like every 10 people you encounter, it's like 1 out of 10 is single and looking. And like of those, it's a smaller percentage of like people you think are attractive, people you are compatible with, et cetera, et cetera. So, it's tough, but also I think with dating, it's just you have to have the mindset of it's an added bonus to your life. It's something that sort of enhances it. You should have a baseline of having a good life with, friends and people that you care about. I say I go beyond friends. I just go include like people that you care about, who enjoy being in your presence, who care about you as well. This could be family. This could be friends. This could be dating, etc. Whatever it is. Um, and things that you care about and things that you care about doing, because if you care about doing things like care about making YouTube, I care about doing the Patreon, doing this live stream, the fact that I'm single and doesn't really bother me as much because like I'm happy. I enjoy it. And I think, you know, if the right person comes along, yeah, I'm open to that. But, you know, maybe it'll be you. You never know. I could date you. It's gonna be the fit if you if you join my $50 Patreon tier, I will date you. We will go on a date. Nah. I'm not that parasocial. I'm not that parasocial. Chat, it calls Riz. I'm not saying that you're Rizless. I'm saying, you know, like a lot of it, people overestimate or underestimate. I don't know which one. There is a lot of luck involved when it comes to dating, like sort of like meeting the right people in the right place at the right time. And, it's sometimes you can just have like a string of bad luck in terms of like you try to ask someone out and they're either already taken or they're not emotionally available, et cetera, or like you do go out with them and you have a shit experience and you have a couple shit experiences dating and it's just like you just didn't find the right person multiple times and sometimes it can be frustrating, especially if you are inexperienced. I will make a video on being a late bloomer that you don't know how to sort of calibrate of whether, am I making mistakes in this dating process? Is there something I could adjust versus I'm just not meeting the right people who don't vibe with me? And it can be very confusing sometimes. So, yeah, I think you just sort of you figure out the vibe and you learn how to sort of interact with people and you discover people have different wants and needs. So, yeah, you learn through doing. Just do. It's what you gotta do. Who needs Riz when we have booze? Well, I can't drink booze. I can only do microdosing of edibles. If I do any more, I will become paranoid. If I do any less, I will feel no effects, which is fine because I'm used to being sober. But, you know, sobriety does have its benefits, but booze is also nice too. I do enjoy the taste of alcohol, which is an acquired taste. However, you know, can't really drink that much without an exploding pancreas. So I'm gonna I enjoy it. I enjoy drinks. Like my cousin's a bartender in Vancouver. Him and his fiance wife to be. They're both in the beverage serving industry. They're both very good at what they do. And they had an event. They had an engagement party at a pop up like a cocktail bar and that I went to and they made me like a non-alcoholic drink which was very tasty. They are very good at what they do. And yeah, I wish I could like have had an alcoholic drink, but like this was like a few days after I got out of the hospital and I started prednisone. So, the recommendation is to not drink alcohol when you're on prednisone and to not drink after you've had pancreatitis recently. So, I am just avoiding alcohol completely, which is fine. More health benefits for me. Wahoo. Wahoo. I only saw a $10 tier. What? There should be more tiers. There should be. Let me go. No, the stream has started. What am I doing? Tiers, tiers, tiers. Yeah, baby. It says membership. It says there's a $3 tier, a $5 tier, $10 tier, fresh maker, and I'm losing my mind here. I don't know. Maybe if I go incognito. I can um check this out. Let's see. There we go. Incognito. That's been the patreon.com. I'm getting, that's good. One post. Oh, I like that. This is what it looks like. Oh, that's funny. It did it based on American dollars. Okay, so I was thinking Canadian money, but I guess US just does it the way it does it. Okay, that's fine. I still came out to that's funny. That's very funny. uh your custom PG won't go. I like this. Oh man. Got 4 likes. The 4 people who like this, I like you. Damn, I like anybody who's on the stream, coming to the stream. I will check because you have that Riz. Oh, thank you so much, Sauce Fiend, for the super sticker. A pile of poop with a face. Um, I mean, the highest I saw was 10. Okay. I'm not sure what you mean, Raymond, but I mean, this is what it looks like on my end. So who knows? You can try refreshing another day. It's still gonna be there. It's still gonna be there tomorrow and the next day and the day after that. You can gift a membership. Bring the world of the Zatsman to your family and friends. I was like, bring the world. Hey, everybody. Bring the world of the Zatsman to your family and friends. Bring the world of the Zatsman. Wow. Crazy. It's wild. Do you like mocktails? Yeah. I mean, if they're good, I like fruity drinks. They're tasty. I do like myself a good mocktail. But again, if they're non-alcoholic, sure, I will drink it. I enjoy it. I don't have a specific. I don't really have a drink that I drink. Um, I go out to when I would go out to parties and stuff. It usually just be like whatever beer, like a pale ale or something, or you know, a mix of like whiskey or I would drink a lot of rum. I drank a lot of rum in college. I drank a lot of rum in college. Man, it's like whatever. To me, it's all alcohol. It gets you drunk. That's it. Can you disclose any future plans for content streaming? I love to see more content from you. Yes, I'm writing a video right now about the general concept is about being out of touch. Um, in terms of like I've been feeling a little bit out of touch with like contemporary culture and society because I haven't been very online, and I feel like that's partially a reason of just like a natural thing about becoming older, and also the way the internet is structured nowadays can feel very alienated in terms of everything being algorithmically engaging content, different from what it used to be, where the internet used to be a bastion of discovery and used to go to like all these HTML web pages and learn things, and now everything's all feels like Walmart basically. Uh, so there's that, and there's also just like an element of like introspection with how I feel about myself and how this relates to all of it. So I have been doing that. I have a list of YouTube video ideas. I am open to content suggestions, which people have suggested to me in the past, but I have not been receptive because I had this like false conception of myself of like, how can you be a true artist if you are getting suggestions from an audience when like really the way I operate my life is not the same thing as that. I have always got my best ideas by somebody saying like I think this is a good idea. I think you should do this, and being open to that while also doing my own original stuff as well. It's like it all benefits, it all abundance. And I've just been dumb because I project my image of myself as like some artist who has to create everything internally about themselves. And instead of being open to the world, I just close myself off. So this is a limitation I'm trying to move past. So I am open to suggestions with streaming. I would have to think of things to stream because I feel like there always has to be kind of like a stream activity. Um, which is weird in a sense because it's like for me, that's like the anti attitude I have towards dating when I would date. Because with dating, it's like it always kind of centers around like it's will sometimes center around the activity, like what you do. If you go to like a museum, if you go to like a patio, et cetera, and like you activities to do with your partner as you're doing them. Whereas like for me, the activity is arbitrary because I just like being with the person. I'm trying to get to know the person and um, do things with the person. The PG-13. Uh, so, I always feel like the need to actually do something on a stream. So, I could think of games and stuff to do. I could maybe be more consistent. I do like streaming. I feel like it's something more consistent. I also like just chatting too. I like talking to chat, talking to an audience, being real, being like this. So it's all good. So we shall see. My focus right now, to be honest, my focus right now is on writing the next video, filming the next video, editing the next video, and in between that, also sketching out some ideas and concepts that I have for different videos because I'm working along the lines of another video talking about how living in your parents' basement is not so bad and the pros and cons of it because that is something I did for the longest time. And having lived on my own for the past year or so, I can compare and contrast the two. And it's like I'm trying to, it's a rough idea, but like sort of like saying like it's not so bad if you live with your parents and it saves on rent. You have people in your life that should care about you if they're your family. We have this whole loneliness epidemic going on. I don't know if it's still going on. So people get lonely. If you have somebody in your life that you see every day, that's always nice, and it saves on rent. And but also you lose kind of like that independence as well. And in certain cultures, I believe it's normal to have a large family unit for the longest time, and I might explore that in the video. But yeah, I also can relate a lot to. I can also talk about other things as well, but I will check the chat. Damn, Zats is ripped. Yes, I go to the gym. As you can see, I go to the gym. I like to lift weights, and I'm very lean too. So it's just like, what do I look like? Like I'm very lean. I used to be ashamed. I used to have some shame about my body, but at the same time, I'm like, I should be proud because you work out a lot, you take care of yourself. You should show off. You should be like, hey, look, this is my body. This is what I look like. It's good. Got the muscles, baby. Got the muscles. It's effort, it's work, it's taking like I do have a six pack. I don't want to show my six pack right now. Not because I'm shameful of it, but just because I'm like, well, why? But I am lean. I am 5'11". Weighing in the morning after I pee, I weigh about 153 pounds. So that with this frame, you know, pretty lean. So I've always been skinny. I used to be like very skinny as a teenager. So yeah, that's how you're going without reading more and mine, and now he's too high. It makes sense. I'm not that high. I am not that high. If anything, I'm probably just getting like a little bit. I'm not tired. I could probably keep on going on. Let's go back through the chat. Is that your comment without reading mine? I'm too high to make sense. Okay, just pooping in. Just pooping in. I haven't watched the new video yet, but I'm excited to give it a watch. I'm excited for you too. Uh, how you doing, man? I haven't spoken to you. I think we would chat on Instagram, but like, yeah, like I hope you're doing well, dude. Yeah, I think you go by a different moniker, but like I don't want to leak your name in case, uh, you know, people it's not public. So it's like I recognize your moniker. I don't want to. I'm always cognizant of like who I know and like what their names are and like saying their names online. So, I'm friends with a lot of YouTubers now in the Toronto scene. So I'm not sure if you're familiar with the CCCRU. But it's a YouTube studio that was started by Dreg, JReg, and Archad. And it's very cool. And I mentioned it in a video, and it's funny because a few years ago I made a video essay about that included Greg. And the one thing when I forgot what I said in the video, I'm like, I hope I wasn't mean because during my initial period of making video essays, I might have been a little bit too critical and mean spirited at times. And that's something I've definitely tried to change in my content. So I'm like, I hope I didn't say anything like rude when I wrote about him and said about him, but I look back, I'm like, oh, it seems fine. But yeah, meeting those people and like YouTube people and like knowing them in real life has been like really good. It's a really nice community of people who have shared interests and shared values who are also diverse. I enjoy it very much. It's nice to have a third place with people. And yeah, it's nice to meet people. Like you have visitors who come in from out of the city, you famous YouTubers. Like FD is gonna visit Toronto soon. I think. I hope I'm not spoiling or leaking anything. I think he'll probably post about it anyways. So I'm excited to meet him in person. I think it'd be cool, be chill. I don't know if he's bringing his family or not, but either way, it should be nice to meet the man in person. Um, but yeah, real life community, it's great. You should do it. Uh, can we just have just answers or even like edit anymore? Oh yeah, like I can just chat and edit. The thing is with editing, I tried editing while streaming a while ago, and it kind of slows down whenever I have to process a video. So like if I go into DaVinci now, I will get to the rest of your comments. I'm just going one at a time. I am not high. I am very lucid. I just trying to do this. So if I go into here, because the way I edit sometimes, I'm actually not on the screen. Hold on. There we go. Here I am in DaVinci. So I use Magic Mask, and this has to render out whenever I do this. If you see in the corner, oh, it's actually doing like about like 6 frames a second. So it goes like 6 frames a second. So depending on how long the clip is, having to do this all the time, because usually regularly it goes about like 9-ish frames a second. So it does slow down a little bit. So it's like 6 frames. I think it would probably be manageable. I think in the latest one of the more recent updates of DaVinci, it does seem to be moving faster. So I actually think I could like be editing on stream, and I think I actually might do that. Um, it would be. I actually do want to do that. It would be interesting to see how my process works because right now I do have. I will show you the behind the scenes. Hold on, let me get to the main. Or put the camera up. I got a third monitor. I got a. What the? I thought the. Hold on. I haven't been. I thought my. Okay. I thought my actual iPhone. There we go. Have I not been doing my main thing this whole time? No. No, there. Oh yeah, it's for this one. Okay. I've been. Oh my god. Yep. So this is the behind the scenes of what I do. So this is say hello to yourself, chat. There you are. There you are, chat. I got a third monitor. So this is like my main monitor. I don't think I'm leaking anything here. There's nothing. It's just DaVinci. I have this. This is my main monitor for editing. I use two monitors for when I'm editing in DaVinci. It usually looks like this. This is usually on the second part. So it's like DaVinci's here, and then it's like all the effects and all the assets and everything, and I got them all organized here, and they're very nice. And I have this too, but also having this third monitor here. Having this third monitor here is I'm able to like drag stuff into DaVinci and just like have this like fool around the internet, like search for things on the internet. So what I do is I will look at stuff on the internet here and like try to find like YouTube clips and whatever, and then like drag them into DaVinci. You can actually do it. You can actually like go like do it in the media page where you go like media and you do it from here. You can like get it from your desktop. But I find it easier just like drag and drop. So that's kind of like my process. So like I have three monitors now. So the point of me saying that is that it should be easier to stream. That's what I'm trying to say. Is that it should be easier to stream now because I only have three. I have three monitors now. I have like this extra monitor, so it's good. When the fourth monitor, if the Patreon gets to a lot of money, just a lot of money, then I'll get the fourth monitor and the fifth monitor and the sixth monitor. It's just gonna be monitors. It's just gonna be the scene from Batman, where Batman just has like all the monitors. Anyway, let's see. Love a good yap sesh. Yes. Yeah, the streams where you're chatting is just fine. Yeah, I can just chat. I can edit. I can do that. Yes, have a nice night. Not entirely there. Man, I hope you have a good night. Take care. Have a good sleep. Have a good sleep. Sleepy sleep. Great setup. Thank you so much. Oh no, I got flagged. They might ban me. Oh damn. Oh, don't get flagged. It's do it appropriately at your own leisure. I don't want you to get like banned or whatever. So just like good night, good night, good night. Effort has paid off. Make it about capitalism, how the family structure controls the working class. Make us all isolate. Yeah, there's that too. I gotta make the video communist. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. Like, if you critique capitalism, do you have to be a communist? Can you just like critique it and be like, things like things of this nature are bad and worthy of critique, and the way it affects our society? I mean, yeah. I mean, I guess sometimes I kind of get tired of the whole ugh capitalism feeling of it all. You know, once you realize the flaws of capitalism and you've read a little theory and you know that, you're like, okay, great. Great, and know how this is fucking us. I got it. Um which is why I try not to focus on the whole capitalism bad thing. Like I know it's a trope. I know it's almost like a meme at this point, but like I feel like there are different avenues of analysis that you can go down that can be more thorough than simply saying um, capitalism bad. Though I appreciate your joke. I do appreciate your joke. If you want to make the YouTube money, if you want to get the money from the anti-cap, if you want to be more capitalist on YouTube and you want to make money from the anti-capitalist crowd, you have to be more capitalist about this. You have to exploit editors and make a content farm of anti-capitalist content on YouTube. That's how you do it. Become the most capitalist anti-capitalist. Hmm. Good night. Oh no, it's lagged. Haha. I'm all public. No worries. Often. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. It is 10:46 p.m. Do you know where your children are? How's that commercial go? Do you? It's not a joke. I meant okay. For you, I don't mean to. I'm sorry if I offended you. I did not mean to offend you, guy. Would you want to make YouTube a full time thing or just for fun? Well, it technically is a full time thing for me because I do edit for people. I would like to make it my full time. I would like to make it my full time job. I'm going to treat it like that from now on. I would like to make a living from this ideally, or at the very least, have this propel me to something else that makes me able to sustain myself. Because to me, YouTube just feels right. It feels natural, like making videos like this and making content like this. And I can't really see myself doing anything else or like of similar types of things, being able to like perform and edit and do all this stuff. So that's ideally the dream of making YouTube like my full time job. You know, like if you work a job you enjoy, you never have to work a day again in your life. But yeah, it is still at the end of the day, it's still work. Like even like doing the projects myself, even doing all this is like it's still work. I enjoy this work. If like this is the work I have to suffer to do, I would do it. Um, it's just it'd be nice if I had financial support while I was doing it because finances are very much a good incentive to do things. I'm discovering that, especially when you edit for other people and they pay you money, and you're like, oh, I can actually make money doing this, and this is great. Uh, but yeah, that's what that Patreon is for. What it is. I don't know if anything's updated yet. I got more notifications. 3 others like your post. Yeah, and one other became free members. Awesome, 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 awesome. I appreciate that. I mean, making your first. I did it. I did it. Patreon. Too bad. See how the lighting changes? I'm very cognizant of lighting. Um, Means TV is like leftist Netflix or something. Yeah, I guess I don't really watch. I don't really watch Means TV. Um, I don't really watch. Um, TV. I don't really watch TV. I mean, I'm sure means TV is like an online thing. So yeah, I just leftist content is fine. I I try to avoid a lot of political content because I don't know. It's good to be politically aware and politically informed and understand systems and institutions and all that good stuff. But at the end of the day, theory and critique and all that is theory. You gotta go out into the world and actually organize and help real people in real life. I think I felt the most like a quote unquote leftist when I was merely volunteering for the Canadian Cancer Society or for Meals on Wheels. I felt like that was more closely aligned to my quote unquote values as a quote unquote leftist because I don't like that label, to be honest. I don't like sort of like labeling my political beliefs because um they're all relative to like different people. I'm sure like I am genuinely left leaning, but for some people I'm may not be left enough, or for some people I'm too left for them. So it's some people might define me as a liberal. Some people might say I am leftist. So it's I try not to get too racked up in labels of things. So yeah. What party are you a part of? I'm part of the Zats party. I'm not very politically active outside of voting. I would have made a post about voting in the Canadian election. I just did not make it. I don't really not very politically active that way. I might be in the future, I guess, but like right now I'm sort of like it's one of those things where I've been in like a weird headspace the past couple years and not really feeling the greatest about myself. And that sort of affects me in a way where I don't put myself out into the world and engage with different communities of people. And that's something I've definitely tried to work on. And I feel like the future perhaps, but I don't know. I've never campaigned for a political party. I just look at policy platforms and candidates and polls and writings and say, this is the person I'm going to vote for. And that's what I do. And I know that there's more you can do than vote, but what I do every time. Now I see why you avoid labels. Yeah, I mean, like what I'm discovering is that people's political opinions about many topics can be very complex. I'm discovering this at the YouTube studio that I go to, the CCRU. A lot of different members with a lot of varying, similar but different beliefs, and people are complicated. And you may have a political disagreement with somebody, but still think they are a good and cool person that you want to be around. And I just enjoy being around people. I don't like conflict too much, so I tend to avoid political discussions that can be confrontational. I don't like that. I don't post too much about politics online, though. You could probably glean them from the way in which I express myself in my videos. I will definitely not be a video political commentator person. Though you don't have to be that informed to be a political commentator. You can literally be a World of Warcraft streamer and be the top political streamer on twitch.tv. Literally, your qualifications to be a top political streamer are streaming World of Warcraft your entire life, and then you start commenting on the political world, and next thing you know, you're the number one political guy on Twitch. That's very funny. I understand. Yes, I do understand politics. It's about the ways in which we organize. It's the ways in which we organize power in society, and there's more to it than that. Um, and the politicians are just like one expression of that, and there's a multitude. It is very complex. Yes, 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 yes. Politics is very complicated. There's more to it than meets the eye. Politics, or at least that's my current. Okay, there are other YouTube sites that seems to there's a science site, but one I can't remember the name of. Yeah, I think you're thinking of Nebula. I think that's the one. I think Nebula. There's another one too. I forget what it's called. Or at least that's okay. I'm trying to read chat. Political parties, the people, politically, people are politics. There's a difference. Okay, yes, I agree. Yes. See how I like to avoid confrontation? Yes, I understand. Maybe it's difficult because we're not like in person and we can't like communicate ideas differently. It's very interesting. It is very interesting when you are. I mean, I just have that. It's very interesting when you're streaming because I'm communicating verbally and reading text, and the audience can only communicate via text messages to me on screen live. And it's not. It's like it's very interesting. So I'm not being very articulate right now. I'm so sorry, but I will read more of the chat. Uh, Ogre's list of the logos. The soul speaks. Soul streets. With no gold piece, no cold feet. Oh, that's a bar. Old Greece listens to the logo, the soul speaks, and stroll streets with no gold piece, no cold feet. Oh, I like that. I like that. Um, why is the Mentos theme in your videos? That song slaps, by the way. I I have no idea. I made the dopamine video and I just put that at the end. I just thought it'd be funny. I just like the song and I put it in my videos. It's not copyright protected because I checked. Like, I mean, technically, if the Mentos company came after my videos, it's fine. I'll just the idea behind the ending is just like it's supposed to be like a nostalgic kind of cheesy 80s like na 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 ba na ba na 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 kind of feeling vibe. So I found Mentos and I just enjoy the jingle, so I put in the videos. That's why it's in all my videos. They did it for the first one, and I just kept doing it, and then it became my thing. And that's a lesson for life. Sometimes you do a thing, and when you do a thing and you keep doing it, that becomes your thing. And that's been my thing. Meet me in real life and confront me with your actual fist. No, if I met you in real life, I give you like I do this. I'd be like, yo. I'd be like, hey, and we do a little handshake. We do a little thing like this. It'd be cool. I'm not a fighter. I'm a lover, not a fighter. Read any good books? Like, oh yeah, I've been reading. What's that book called? Hold on, I have my. Let me get my tablet. Let me check what book I've been reading. So I said I've been reading The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron, and I've been using the exercises in the book, and I've been like free writing in a journal, just like whatever. Not really like a journal, but I've been doing morning pages, and it's been very beneficial. I've been reading "Say It Well" by Terry Zbublat. I think is his name. Is what I've been reading. "Say It Well" by Terry Zbublat. This is a book written by Obama's. Did I just lock this? Hold on. Damn it. Anyway, oh, I got a Google Play Services alert. Okay. It's a book written by Obama's former screenwriter about how to give presentations and speeches and the important things. And as someone who is sort of adjacent to that, it's been very interesting to read. It's a lot of it is just like the guy Terry is just like literally the whole book is him. Obama this, Obama that. Say Obama, Obama, Obama. Did you know I wrote for Obama? Obama was the president. I worked for Obama, Obama, Obama. That's what the book feels like, but there are some good tidbits of advice, and it is generally well written. So I kind of enjoyed reading that. I've been reading The Artist's Way. I had a couple books I was starting. Let's see what else was I reading? I might have lost interest. I was reading Misbehaving: The Making of Behavioral Economics by Richard H. Thaler. It's just about like economic behavioral economics 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 and yeah, that's been interesting, but like I haven't read that recently, so it's not very in my head. I have a few that's kind of like on my to do reading list, so I just try to get through one book at a time. But yeah, Say It Well. I've been enjoying that in between writing, so that's been a good book. Yes, it is Nebula Obama fanfic. Yeah, that's kind of how it feels. That's kind of what it feels like. when you're reading this book by Terry. He spends a lot of time, which makes sense because that was his job. He was Obama's speechwriter, but it's just you can literally control F Obama and it will pull up 3,000 different results in the book. And it's just very funny to me because it's Obama. So, you know, makes sense, but hey, that's what hey. A lot of Obama. It is a lot of Obama. Um, the rest of the world is yes, it is a lot of Obama. So much Obama. So much Obama. Let's see. Over under 10 viewers? 16. Awesome. I'm very happy. Like sometimes I stream and I get like nobody. And you're all here, which is great. It's almost 11. I feel like I could stream for like another 2 hours, to be honest. I'm just running out of things to say. I'm just running out of things to say, and it's fine. This is where I would be writing and journaling and all that stuff. So, you know, I appreciate all you being here tonight. Appreciate you being here. It's been a few hours since I launched the Patreon. Let's close the Creator Hub. Let's close this. Let's get this back here. It's been a few hours since I launched the Patreon. It is there. You can find it. The link is in the description. I will post it right now. Again, there you go. You can find it there. Obama, Obama, Obama. Obama. Obama, whose first name is definitely Obama. Obama, Obama. Load up your Mario ROMs. You know that what happened was like last year after like the Delta emulator app came out on iOS, everybody started posting TikToks about where like Vim's Lair. If you remember Vim's Lair, they took down Vim's Lair. I would get all my friggin' like here. Still here? Emulation, the vault. Oh, you can still get some ROMs. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Let's see if you can still see N64. Yeah, a lot of them were taking down. Oh, you can get the Ocarina of Time. I can just play it right now. Purchase legally all your video games. Do not do piracy. I condone piracy. Ha ha ha. But I thought they took down Vim's Lair after that, but I guess not. Yeah, I haven't played some Mario 64. Pretty good. Maybe we must rest soon. True. True, true, true. I get things out. Miriant. I will Google that. What is Miriant? Miriant. Miriant. Oh, yeah. Oh, you get like PS2 games. You can get like. I do not condone this, by the way. Purchase your things legally. This is not an endorsement. This is just for educational and entertainment purposes only. Let's see. Thank you. They got a Discord too. Oh, hell yeah. What is Miriant? Okay, cool. Cool. It's a website where sharing is priority. Yes. It's always good to share. It's like I'm going to share the Patreon, which is done and it's there. And if you go, you can see my delicious message of Patreon. That's there. Ha ha ha. Obama, I'm glad you were nice enough to invite us into your home office. Yeah, no problem. I'm very transparent about what I do behind the scenes. Um, yeah. Anyway, it's 11 o'clock. So I think I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna leave this. I'm gonna leave this on. I know once you say that you're wrapping it up, people tend to leave, but I will be leaving this up on the channel for the foreseeable future because I don't think it affects the videos on your channel. I think it just goes under the live tab, which is good. I think there's a thumbnail on it too, which is also good. I made a stupid thumbnail today, which is awesome. Pass on what you have learned. Yes, Yoda. Yes, Yoda is very wise and very, very wise. So yeah, probably just gonna leave this on the channel. I'm gonna do that. Try to stream more. I need to write the video. All the ideas are there. It's all just has to be organized and written out. And I film the video, then I make another video. And I think this next one that I'm gonna make is gonna be a banger. Of course, you never know, but I have a feeling since it's more in line with what I made before, it'll be good. I make another video, and then I might be live streaming more. And I'm just glad you were here with me to experience this. And the main takeaway is stop procrastinating, stop waiting, stop trying to be perfect. It's never gonna be perfect. Make a thing, do it today, do it now. Well, don't do it now. It's 11 o'clock. You should probably go to bed. But like, do even the little things. Do not procrastinate. Do not wait. If you want to do a thing, do a thing. Because I waited literally 2 friggin' years to make a Patreon out of fear and perfectionism and all that stuff. So, if you have any questions or Q&As that you would like me to do, I will do them. I'm doing a joke in Minecraft, hypothetically. Are you gonna mix long-term and short-term content? I'm not sure what you mean by long-term and short-term content. If you mean by in terms of like, oh, long form, like I made a shorter video, my videos tend to end up being like around half an hour ish anyways, because I have a lot to say and I always try to condense it and edit it, but like the video is going to be as long as I feel like there's valuable things to say and valuable content in there and I can make jokes and insight. So they might be shorter, they might be longer. I tend to say and do a lot of stuff that gets me to the 15-minute ish mark anyway. Though a lot of the video essay stuff tends to be longer. So do a mix of both. This next one should be, with the way I'm writing it, I feel like it's going to be about half an hour. So yeah, it's going to be good. A lot of stuff, a lot of relevant stuff about TikTok and social media and algorithms and Marshall McLuhan, the guy who was Canadian and a philosopher and a professor at U of T, I think. I feel personally attacked. No, I don't mean to attack you, Raymond. I love you, Raymond. What are you? Wait, are you gonna do a Q&A? I mean, like, maybe in general. My focus. I think I just said a thing. Like, if you have any questions, I think what I meant to say was, if you have any questions in chat, ask me now. I'm going to answer them. Otherwise, I will probably end the stream soon. Don't procrastinate. I don't know what you're procrastinating on, but you gotta stop that. You gotta stop it, stop it, stop it. Do not. You gotta figure out what it is that is blocking you, and you've got to move past it. And you could always, you could always try. Ah, is that an endorsement of drug culture if I say microdosing THC can be beneficial? Because it works for me, but I recognize that it might not work for everyone. So, you know, you just have to like write out your thoughts and either talk to yourself or get, you know, of course, the medical disclaimer is like, you know, talk. I'm not. I'm just a guy. I'm just a guy. You know, but you know, just kind of like write out your thoughts, figure yourself out. You know, you know why you're procrastinating. It's an emotional response. So, you know, don't be too hard on yourself. Shit happens. It's okay. It's the best of us. Got the best of me. So that's it. Raymond has a heart of gold. Raymond is the way. Raymond is life. Can you lick your nose, your elbow? Can you wiggle your ears? We must know. I can lick my nose. I can actually lick my nose. I used to gross out people because I could pick my nose with my tongue. I used to gross out people like that. But yeah, that's about it. I lick my I don't think I can lick my elbow. I think like the bicep gets in the way. I think the bicep gets in the way. Can you wiggle your ears? No, I cannot wiggle my ears. I can do this. This is what I can do. I can bobble my head. It makes me too paranoid, yeah. I mean, like I said, I used to smoke weed like socially at parties, which was probably a bad idea. But there was that one time where somebody gave me sativa, and it was very cerebral, and I enjoyed it. But for the most part, it was always like I'd smoke at a party, and then I'd be like in the couch, I'd be like, that'd be me at high at a party. So it just made me like paranoid and anxious. But I do find like I'm microdosing right now on 2 milligrams THC, 2 milligrams CBD, 2 milligrams CGB. Prior to that, I took about 15 milligrams of CBD oil, um, and 15 milligrams CBD prior to that, and 125 milligram L-theanine, which relaxes you a bit. And I'm streaming right now, and I feel coherent and not very anxious and not very paranoid. I'm very comfortable right now, which is why I have not ended the stream yet, because I enjoy answering the questions. Risen skills. I've dabbled in drawing, but not enough for a long time. I remember learning a lot, patience through it. Yeah, drawing can be good. I like drawing. I like doodling. I will doodle sometimes in my notebooks. But yeah, different people have different ways to express their inner things that makes it feel therapeutic for them, and for many people that can be drawing. So, I was never that great a drawer. I would doodle, but how long have you been writing your morning pages for? Over a month. Over a month, I believe at this point. I started at the end of March is when I started. And I already kept doing them. I was in the hospital for a few days, so I tried to do them in the hospital, but it's the hospital time is weird, so I was very tired. So I think I did them one day in the hospital, but for the most part, I've been doing them every single day. Like I'll wake up, I kind of do them like in between breakfast. Like I'll be making breakfast and my morning coffee, and I'll just like start writing at the desk, and I'll eat and I'll write and I'll do it because I'm not trying to make it perfect, right? I'm just trying to get words on a page pretty much and just say stuff. So I've been doing it for over a month. It's been very beneficial for me. It's helped clarify a lot of things. It's just a good way to kind of like express and understand the way you write and talk, you know, because if you do that, if you sort of understand the way you communicate and understand yourself and your thought processes, it's good. So a lot of times I would judge myself for the way I would communicate, and I'd always look for a better way to write. It's why I use kind of chat GPT sometimes, because you know, I'll say a sentence and I'll be like, I could probably tweak this in a way, because I don't rely on chat GPT to write all my scripts. But if there's a way I have the idea and it's written and it's in a paragraph form, and like I put into chat GPT, I'm like, can you say this in a better way? I might take like bits and pieces of that to apply to it. So, it's just I don't let it write the thing for me. I use it mainly as kind of like an editing and syntax tool. And yeah, that I find that also helps me sort of clarify. But back to the point of like always trying to like make it better and make it perfect, and like like not understanding my own inner voice and the way I express myself. I'm like, oh, this is just the way I talk, and that's fine, and that's been beneficial. Do you play board games? With the family sometimes, though not recently. Um, I like to know the rules of the game before I play them, and I find like you have to play like one round of the game to sort of understand it and get close to bleh. You have to play one round of the game to understand the game and become more intuitive with it. I learn more by doing. So when people at the beginning of the game, and it's a board game, and they're like reading out all these rules and stuff, I'm like, just let me play the game. We'll figure it out and go from there. And I think after the first round, I get into it. But like, if it's a game that's very long and you have to know the rules beforehand and you don't really know it, it tends to turn me off a bit. But I have played like I think like Lord of Waterdeep, one of those. I guess there's another one. I think it's like Mind Hackers, Mind Breakers, something. I'm not sure. Enjoy that one. I used to draw many spiders because I knew them so well. Yes, spiders. Spiders are cool. Spider Man. I don't understand why people are afraid of spiders. My sisters are very afraid of spiders, and I'm just like, yeah, they're a little bug. Um, I should study dinosaurs more closely. Maybe I could draw them better. I could remember. Yeah, draw whatever you want to draw, man. Find the Marble Way by Stanley. Yeah. Any advice for a returning gym rat? Oh, just, find a routine that you enjoy doing that is suitable for the goals you are going for. If you're trying to build muscle, you know, if you're trying to be like generally fit, like there's resistance training, there's weight training. Find a routine that's conducive to you and your lifestyle that you can do consistently and that you won't really give up on and that makes you enjoy going to the gym and you do that consistently and it builds on that. So, if you're returning to the gym after a long hiatus, don't expect to crush it right away. Sort of like take it slow, like view it in the long term of, you know, for me, the way I view the gym is that this is something I want to do for the rest of my life. So, if a particular session doesn't go the greatest, or I miss a session for whatever reason, it's not that big a deal because I'm just gonna be back in the gym the next day and the day after that, and I'm thinking very, very, very long term. So it's why I don't ego lift. It's why I don't um try to kill myself in the gym every day because I want to enjoy that. I lift enough to where it is challenging for me, where I can get the results I want, where I can be satisfied with how much I lift. And it's just a matter of also nutrition, having a good diet, being able to rest, being able to recover, all that good stuff. And you just find something you do it consistently, and that's that. I have this thought for years. Any of the projects you started as a student available to watch? Maybe there's somewhere, but I'm a little bit like I think there's somewhere if you scour the internet for them. I don't want to say what film program I was in. I don't want to say who I was with. I loved all the people who were there. They were all great. Um, I just yeah, I they might be a little bit cringy. I was a little bit more weird. Like I'm still am weird, but I was a little bit more kind of weird back then, and it was fun to act. But yeah. So it's that. It's also student films and stuff. But I'm not actively trying to pursue them. I'm not actively trying to find those films and moments. But I did have good times in that program and with good people. But I had to drop out after 2 years because I had an existential breakdown that made me depressed. So there's that. Would you do any type of lifting competition in general? That doesn't really appeal to me all that much. Like the whole bodybuilding or like lifting to compete with other people. Like my competition is myself, and that's it. It'd be nice to do for fun, but at the same time, I'm not. It's not something that really motivates me. I'm motivated by like feeling good, having good results, and looking in the mirror and being like, yeah, I'm in really good shape. Yeah, you can look this good well into your 30s if you just take care of yourself. It's really that simple. Or even if you start later in life with lifting, you can always look better than you did yesterday and feel better too. More importantly, feel better than you did the other day. So, you know, the lesson. Zasmine, do you think your editing software is superior to Boss editing software? I would have to Google what's Boss editing software. Boss. Uh, DaVinci Resolve is free. Oh, is it like open source? It's Boss. Hey, it's Boss. I'm looking at Boss. There's Kdiven Live. There's Kden Live. There is OpenShot. There is VidCutter. Where's na 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 Blender? I have Blender. I haven't used it. Probably look up some Blender tutorials, but it's not something that I'm on the priority list right now. Let's see your bro. I'm starting to get tired. I I can't read that well. I'm so old. I'm so I'm so old. I can't read anymore. My eyesight is going. I'm starting to lose it. Ugh. Ah. Yeah. Anyway, and now I'm gonna and now this is drama channel. I'm gonna cover all those spicy drama, baby. No, I lied just then. That's the only time I will ever lie. Anyway, thank you all for joining. I made a Patreon. I hope you enjoyed this stream whenever you watched it. Um, there's another question. The scripts from your videos, just like the outlines, are full on verbatim. I write out my scripts. I start with an outline. I work on them. I write them all out. I adjust the monitor as a teleprompter, and then I read off the script. That's what I do. I should probably get a teleprompter, but I don't because I don't want to buy one. So, I do read off them full on verbatim, and but sometimes with improvising, of course, but it's literally verbatim. And that's why I've been posting on TikTok, where I've been trying not to be so verbatim. That's why I'm gonna try live streaming more, because I enjoy this. This is fun, and I will do it more if people enjoy it and I enjoy it. Anyway, I made a Patreon. This is what I did. Behold, it's beautiful. Procrastinated on it for 2 freaking years. Now it's there. So join it if you want to. Any support is great. Love all of you. Really do. I appreciate anyone. You can get some cool friggin' tiers, and it's awesome. So anyway, it was fun hanging out with you guys. I hope you all have a great evening or afternoon, wherever you are, wherever you may be. This has been the Zatzman live stream podcast. Fun times. Fun times. I love